Buenos dias, indeed, Shohei. 7:37 right now. By the way, today is Giving Tuesday. If you are able, join us today in supporting the V Foundation for Cancer Research. You know cancer's touched all of our lives in some way. You can give by going to v.org/donate right now. Why do it today? Because the V Foundation, through the support of Principal and the Principal Foundation, are launching a $1 million match challenge. Every donation made during V Week will be matched dollar for dollar up to $1 million, doubling the impact of your donation and making victory over cancer closer than ever. Go to v.org/donate right now to join the fight. I'll do it in a little bit. v.org/donate right now to join the fight. We can double our donation and help today on a Giving Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show is back in 90 seconds.
Looking for paint that actually lasts? Vista Paint delivers expert quality, rich color, and pro-trusted durability, backed by over 60 years of experience. From your home to your next big project, we've got you covered. Vista Paint, since 1956.
Hey, Laker fans, are you juggling work and family, chasing big goals while keeping everything else on track? You're in Ander, and National University gets it. That's why they have flexible online courses, career-focused programs, and real support for busy students who do it all. Whether you're building a career, raising a family, or going after your next big win, NU helps you crush your end game and your end game. Make your move at nu.edu.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt or personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737. 800-606-8737.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
7:40, good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a live imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. On this day in 1995, the number one hit, Mariah and Boyz II Men, One Sweet Day, Cappy.
Well, today is one sweet day. George, you're going to be really happy about this. We can get back to talking Lakers now and everything else that's going on, because look at the big brain on baseball. Lindsay Baseball, George, figured out how to turn off the sync for the iCloud and how to delete the 50,000 photos. And in a snap of a finger, it happened. And I got half my memory back on my computer. Shout out to baseball.
Good job, Lindsay Baseball.
Look at that.
Thank you,
hit
Lindsay.
the post.
And that was all done in 20 seconds.
And then Bergman stepped on the post.
You know, speaking of baseball, George, last night at the Laker game, Yamamoto was in the house.
Yamamoto.
And he made a very brief cameo on the Cappy Lappy.
I missed him?
You missed Yamamoto.
Oh, man.
I've not been next to Yamamoto, like just to stand next to him to kind of size him up, you know? And
size him up.
Yeah.
I'm so bummed.
Well, because you know, like when you watch him on the field, he's not a big guy. Like, you know, you look at some of these other dudes. I mean, you know, I guess Mookie's not a big guy. Tommy Edmonds not a big guy. Shohei Ohtani, big dude, right? George, Yamamoto, while he doesn't look big on the baseball field, I don't know how tall he is because he was on the floor and I was kind of right behind the floor, so maybe, 3 inches taller, but he's yoked, dude. I mean, he looked good. Looked strong. Shoulders, arms, V'd out. Brother looked good.
All right, we will
night.
continue that in a moment. We got a lot of reads
okay.
and we're a little behind.
Oh.
So tell us about our friends at Ocean Subaru, please.
Oh, it'd be my absolute pleasure to tell everybody about Omar and everybody at Ocean Subaru. I thought it was really great last week. I was down at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, and they had a Black Friday sale. And that Black Friday sale was you buy or lease a brand new Subaru, you get, choose any of these gifts. Well, guess what? The deals keep on coming. Right now, we are celebrating the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event. And all of our great friends at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, Omar and his entire team, we're ready to bring you in because here's why. Now, through January 2nd, when you buy or lease a new Subaru from Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, we will donate $325 to a charity of your choice, like the Women's Club of Fullerton. These are ladies that are working on empowering the community of Fullerton, and they spread money all over. But this fundraiser, around this time of the year, the Share the Love event, they really depend on this. So I would love for you guys to get in and get into a brand. When I say get in, get into the dealership, and then get into one of these sporty, safe, high-tech Subarus, and also be part of a great cause. The Subaru Annual Share the Love event, 18th year we're on right now. And this year, we think we will go over $350 million in donations. Come on down to Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. See my man Omar. You are going to be so happy that you did. I'm in the Forester right now. Love the vehicle. Ocean Subaru, located at 1100 South Euclid in Fullerton, right off the 91 freeway. Cannot miss us. Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where every journey starts with love. OceanSubaruOC.com. It's the Share the Love event, and we are going to make a real impact on our community this holiday season.
Thank you, Cap. 743. Good morning, George Shinano.
Why? What happened to the YouTube?
I don't know.
It went down.
Okay.
I guess I'm not the only person
it was
around
freezing.
here having
It's restarted. It's back
computer
up.
problems.
It should be back up.
What is this, Tulsa? I feel like this only happens during our show. Like,
Yeah,
does
why?
it happen during the afternoon shows?
Yes, it does.
It does. Okay, so they have equal tech problems that we do.
Oh, my God.
It's not
It's
just
super
all be
annoying. And I'm not blaming. This is not Parker's fault. It's just get Evan Cohen back on the phone. Tell him to fix this crap.
Oh, it's Evan Cohen's fault.
We're getting a lot of new equipment in January.
Oh, we are?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
You got to put it in the CapEx.
Oh, we got to
But
put it
the
in the
internet
CapEx.
Not the Cap 10, but the
No.
CapEx.
They are similar.
Oh,
Yeah.
Cap 10, CapEx.
Right.
There you go.
Right.
Meanwhile, just for the record, I'm not the one that didn't talk Lakers here. I threw back to Sedano, and then he tore apart the
Okay,
YouTube
but
team.
literally, that was 30 seconds, and we can move on.
Go ahead.
All right, well,
Go ahead.
back to the Lakers. So, Cappy,
Yeah.
here's the thing with this game,
Tell me.
okay? You had mentioned Devin Booker was out. And honestly, I do think that there are a couple things at play here. And I mentioned effort to start whenever we did start talking about them.
Mm-hmm.
And you agreed, right? We were in agreement that effort, you could tell one team's effort was better than the other, yes?
There is no doubt that Phoenix last night looked like a team that said, hey, we're getting to play the Lakers in crypto. Eddie Murphy's standing right over there.
Eddie Murphy!
Right, Flea's over there. Yamamoto's over there. I came here tonight to put on a show.
Yeah.
And that's what the Suns looked like. And the Lakers kind of looked like, yeah, I know we played the previous night. I'm a little tired. I actually thought LeBron was going to have a big night last night, George, because he hadn't played the previous night. And LeBron did not really.
No, he looked bad last night.
Why do you think that was?
I just think he's still shaking off rust, man. Guy hasn't played. He's 40 years old.
I know, but I just see him as such a superhuman that anytime I see him in uniform on the floor, I have this expectation.
I get it. You also thought Mike Tyson could beat Jake Paul.
Well, wait a second. Come on. Was that far of a reach?
Yes. At 60 years old, it was. Yes. What I would say to you is this, is that LeBron will be fine. He's going to need a few weeks to look like LeBron.
Yeah, he didn't.
And we said that from the beginning.
Yeah, he didn't look like LeBron last night. And then, he gets late into the game, and he's got like 7 points. And, people who know about his streak of double-digit scoring over however many games.
I mean, it was in serious jeopardy at one point yesterday.
Until he hit that three. But, I mean, do we really care
Well, the
about
free
that?
throws, I think, helped, too. He got to the line right away after that.
Yeah, because he hadn't been to the free throw. I mean, it was only 4 for the night.
Well,
Only 4
I
free
mean,
throw
they
attempts.
hadn't. Here's the thing. What the Suns did a fantastic job of is the Lakers did not get to the free throw line with the frequency that they're used to. I mean, the Lakers only had 15 free throw attempts yesterday. They generally lead the league in free throw attempts, and they generally get double that number. So the Suns not only did a good job defensively against the Lakers, not only were they out hustling the Lakers, not only were they hitting shots out there, yesterday at 44% from downtown, but they also limited them at the free throw line. Like, they were defending them without fouling.
Usually Luka has 15 free throws all by himself. They weren't being as aggressive.
He settled for a lot of jumpers.
And also LeBron, when you were talking about him, he was not aggressive at all either. In the fourth quarter, he only had like 4 or 5 attempts. He was going from one sideline corner three and would run to the other sideline for a corner, the corner three spot. He just wasn't involved in the offense very much.
I agree. And I think a lot of that is him still trying to figure out where he fits in the offense, right?
Well, that's a very interesting point.
Go ahead. And I will add to that is I think that the smartest thing JJ did yesterday when the game was out of hand was kind of let LeBron stay on the floor. I thought that was really smart to just give him – again, you're trying to shake off rust, so I thought that was smart.
I think that in one way, LeBron is just think about it from his perspective for a second here, right? Like we've all said, this is now Luka's team, right? And Luka last night, you say, settling for jump shots, but he was knocking down jump shots, right? I mean, he was 15 for 26 from the field. He had 38 points last night. I mean, Luka had his A game in terms of his shot and his scoring.
Well, no, Luka played a really good first quarter.
Yeah, what did he finish with in the first quarter?
20.
What was it?
19, 20? I want to say.
Yeah, he hit the 20 mark,
20? There
20,
you go.
yep.
But the thing is that, like, if this is Luka's team, and if Austin Reeves is your second scoring option, if you're LeBron and you're trying to be a good team player, and you think that you've been watching when you were out, and you're like, okay, this is the formula for winning, so I need to come in and add value over here, not take over the team. This is an unusual role for him to find himself in, and it's got to be tough to now, why the sigh?
At the stupid mongrels.
What are they saying? What's their problem?
By the way, I do like how Parker has sunburnt on the bottom of the lower third there on the YouTube page. If you're going there, Parker and company doing a great job back there. Sunburnt is very First Take-esque. I like that. That's like something First Take would have on their lower third. Lakers were sunburnt.
I want to hear the Mongrel rant in just a moment. 7:49. I bang on the hardwood for our friends at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, George.
Oh, Georgie.
Yeah.
You want to know what's happening tomorrow?
Install
Happening tomorrow.
I love it.
About 1,600 square feet of brand new carpet going into
Shaggy?
Shaggy?
It's not so shaggy.
Kind of medium?
Oh.
It's kind of like, I don't know how you would describe it necessarily. It's the shaggy, the furry, the thick, you know what I mean? It's hard to get through.
No, you're going more Berber.
Yes, like smooth, you know?
Yeah.
Really, really nice carpet coming in tomorrow. Steven's got his entire team coming into Rachel's place, and this is her rental property.
The one I slept outside of?
Correct. And when these three new helicopter fighter pilots move in, they're going to be moving into brand new carpet from Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, George.
Excellent stuff. And you can do the same, whether it's your home, your rental like Rachel, your ADU, or even your business like Dr. Clapper. He called Steven and Carlos Hernandez to get his business all set up. He called at 866-62-FLOOR. And at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, as you've heard, it's legitimately family run. Papi Hernandez started it 57 years ago. And he's right there making sure Steven and Carlos are treating you right, okay, and doing the business justice, because they do it, and they do it every day. It is their lifeline, their lifeblood, family run. Mom is there also making sure the boys are doing what they're supposed to. Aunts, nephews, uncles, cousins, sons, daughters, sisters, they're all there, okay? Authentic old school TLC, actual wholesale pricing year-round. No bogus sales, no gimmicks, just the best price from the start. And that's why I say it, and I mean it. No sale beats wholesale. So whether it is that hardwood, the laminate, the tile, the vinyl, the carpet, okay? Like Cappy and Rachel. They got a little carpet in there, a little Berber. Turf for the outdoor, you name it. They got it, man. They got it for you. Over 5 million square feet of in-stock inventory. You can see it, touch it, take it home with you on the same day, and that's huge, especially when trying to finish a project fast. Designers, contractors, builders, they all shop there because they know the crazy Hernandez brothers are going to take care of you. And if you're a first responder, active military, or veteran, you receive additional discounts on top of the already low prices. And if you find a better price, which I doubt, call Hernandez at 866-62-FLOOR. Say, hey, Steven, Carlos, crazy Hernandez brothers, this is my square footage. This is what some places offering me. They'll match it, no questions asked. Head down to Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, OG location in Commerce. They got you covered in Orange County and Santa Ana. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR. That's 866-62-FLOOR. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price in town year-round, because no sale beats wholesale. Check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. That's HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net, or call them at 866-62-FLOOR.
Thank you, Sedano. Sedano's Mongrel rant, 3 minutes from right now on ESPN LA.
Hey, it's Mace. Did you know Goodwill Southern California is more than just amazing thrift finds? They're transforming lives with job training, career placement, and supportive services for veterans, youth, and individuals overcoming barriers to employment. Every donation and purchase fuels these life-changing programs. For more information on how you can help, go to powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. That's powerofwork.goodwillsocal.org. Brought to you by GSC Verizon Skill Forward.
Park, party, and play at Hollywood Park Casino, LA's hottest card room. Pre-game with friends on game days inside Century Bar and Grill and enjoy daily lunch specials or catch up over a late-night dinner. Step into Ray's Lounge and enjoy live music, DJs on the weekends, and savory crafted cocktails. The only spot where you can park, party, and play 24/7. Hollywood Park Casino now open. Located next to the Forum and SoFi Stadium and the all-new Intuit Dome. For more info, go to playhbc.com or follow them at PlayHBC. Must be 21 plus to enter.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Don Miguel González Jiménez captured a bit of Mexico and passed it down through generations in a recipe we serve at Mercado González to this day. That's the sound of our Michoacán-inspired carnitas, slowly braising, flavored in salt from El Mar de Colima. The traditional copper cazo heating the carnitas to a golden brown that pulls apart easily. There's nothing like Mexican tradition in every bite. Mercado González, Mexico in every detail.
I know you're listening to me wearing glasses or contacts. You're either nearsighted, farsighted, have astigmatism, or you're just over 45 and have to wear reading glasses. This is Dr. Sarudi, and I promise you, I can help you with any of these issues. No anesthesia, no pain, no downtime. And if you qualify, I'll even guarantee you with 20/20 or better vision or give your money back. I've never had to after 60,000 cases. Call 855-NOW-2020. 855-NOW-2020. That's 855-669-2020.
Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
I was feeling the same way. After 40, the body has less testosterone, and men lose their edge. That's why I take Nugenix Total T2.
That's the testosterone booster, right?
Yes, but Total T2 is their brand new formula that skyrockets nitric oxide levels in as little as 3 hours. Since I started taking it, I've been lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. My energy is way up, and it even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles?
Yep, just send a text.
Text HIM to 369-369 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2, the next generation testosterone booster. Text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text HIM to 369-369. That's HIM to 369-369.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive.
I've got that feeling. You guys know that feeling like when you're in school?
I just got that feeling.
Yeah, deep inside of me.
Yeah.
Back to the guys.
Good morning, 7:55. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Let's say happy birthday to Brittany. She's 44 today.
No way. 44, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't seen her on Instagram much lately. Is she on, or is it just
I know you
not
did
in
that
my...
bit a few weeks ago.
No, well,
Yeah.
it's just I haven't seen her.
Well, Lindsay said she changed her screen name or something.
Oh,
She's
really?
still there. She's still there, Cappy, all the time. Spinning
You
away.
are still following her. She has a different screen name.
I need to see her.
All right.
You want to see her twirl?
Listen, I love all of her dance moves. I like what she wears.
There's a shock.
Which is not much. I mean, she's giving it away for free.
I mean, it's her clone. It's not really her. Let's be serious.
Oh, really?
Hold on. Here comes the hook. Sometimes I run, Cappy, sometimes I hide. All right, go ahead and talk about Lakers now.
Hey, real quick, George, before we get back to the Lakers, last night as I was walking out to the floor.
I love how he talks about it in this dismissive tone, like that's not what the audience wants after they lose an embarrassing game yesterday.
Who, Cap, talking about his wallet?
You!
Oh, yeah, talk about Lakers. That's all I said.
Don't dismiss us, man. George, last night I was walking to the floor, and you know when you leave kind of the media area and you start heading towards the floor, there's a gentleman from the LAPD. His name is Officer Rico. You and I have stopped
I
many
know
times.
Officer Rico very well. Yeah,
Yes.
he's very kind. He gave me a badge one time to give to Mateo.
So I saw him a few weeks ago, and he said, hey, I always give – he talked about those little badges, right? So last night, I walk up to Officer Rico, and I go, hey, how you doing, man? He goes, good.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing over here, right? And I said to him, I go, Officer Rico, I go, you mentioned that badge that you gave me. I go, well, I carry it around. I told you I had it. I carry it around a little bit. I got it right here. So he was super impressed that I actually still had the little badge that he gave me. So then he broke out a new one on me. Turns out Officer Rico, who is probably like 28 or so years into the LAPD, he's not too far away from retirement, about a year. His son, at 19 or 20 years old, he also joined the LAPD. So he hooked me up with a coin last night because Officer Rico gave his son his badge number, kind of a symbolic thing. Hey, son, you're joining the force. I want you to have my badge number. And so then Officer Rico got issued a new badge, and he had this coin that he gave me last night with his son and his LAPD badge on it.
Oh, that's cool.
And he told me to tell you as well how much he really appreciates our support because, it's tough out there when you're a cop, especially
no
an
question.
LAPD cop.
Officer Rico's great, man.
So shout out to Officer Rico. We love you, man, and we support you. And I know I support you guys, and I'm sure, George, you feel the same way. But
yes,
you guys
sir.
do a dangerous job, and we appreciate you guys because guys like me don't have the guts to do it.
Beautiful. Rams fans, this Sunday, December 7th.
If you were a cop.
Join ESPN LA and Bud Light for the ultimate Rams watch party. We're meeting at Cocoa Beach Bar and Grill in MDR. Marina Del Rey. Kickoff is 1:25 p.m. Get ice-cold Bud Light, great food, and massive game day energy. Wear your colors, yo. See you Sunday at Cocoa Beach Bar and Grill. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Listen on Talk Lakers now.
Not to be confused with Coco's Bakery, which no longer exists.
Right. We had that conversation not too long ago about the great pies that they used to have. I just finished off my Thanksgiving pumpkin pie. Like, it sat in the refrigerator and it looked at me for a day or two. And I'm like, you know what? I'm putting this thing down. I don't care. I will eat that thing, which I did.
So you want to do the Mongrel in the morning. I have my own version of the Mongrel in the morning. And it's going to be 2 Mongrels. Okay? Double Mongrel. All right?
Okay.
First of all, it's going to be K-Town's VG213 and Ray Escobar. Okay?
All right, let's hear what's the story.
First of all, when I made the comment that one of these mongrels is driving me insane, Ray Escobar says, Sedano to the rescue for LeBron, which, didn't I say he had a bad game?
You actually did say he had a bad game, which was impressive because really my follow-up question would have been, well, when's the old man going to save the team?
I said he had a bad game.
Right, because you told us earlier in the season, well, they need the old man. The old man's going to come back to save him. I was waiting for the old man to save him last night.
Well, the old man, they need the old man if they have any chance of being actually good, as opposed to just beating up on teams that are just not that good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's their only chance of having a chance to be championship relevant. And then what I would add to that is K-Town's VG213.
Yeah, what's his deal?
He says, there was a point where we were getting smashed. JJ calls a timeout. Bron is joking around with Goodwin at the Suns bench, all in caps, smiling, shaking hands, like, come on, dog.
Yeah, come on, dog.
Let me explain something to you.
All right, go ahead.
First of all, they were teammates. Let's start with that. Second of all, and the Lakers wanted to keep Goodwin. They just couldn't do it financially. It couldn't work. And you saw Goodwin had a pretty good game yesterday against them.
He had a pretty good win, huh?
What I would add, though, is this.
Come on, man.
Nothing? Nobody.
Yes, Cap.
Got it.
I just moved right past it. Yes. So what I would add is this. Guys, they're getting their ass kicked. LeBron scowling on his way to the bench and not, having an interaction with Goodwin, his former teammate, who I'm sure he's super stoked for, because this guy was toiling in the G League for years, made a mark here last year, and is now in a real rotation on a team that's playing good. Like, yo, who cares? Like, this is 1 out of 82. They weren't coming back to win. You know what I mean? So, like, you guys take this stuff so seriously. You guys are the same numbskulls that if someone, like, let's say they get smashed and you saw them out at dinner with their family having a nice time and laughing, you'd be upset about that. You'd want them in a dark room somewhere, going over, like, in their head every play of the game. That's not how life works when your job is sports.
Well, it's certainly not how it works
Michael Jordan
nowadays.
would have never been laughing at
you stop. Michael Jordan and Kobe. I saw Kobe chumming it up plenty of times, particularly at the end of his career.
Jordan would have never done it.
Oh, that's not true either.
It's just a different world now, man. The fans want the players to all hate each other.
The only reason you guys say that is because the highlights of those guys show, look at the scowl and the way they
the 6
treated
rings and the
opponents,
6
blah,
finals
blah, blah.
MVPs.
You're just
you know.
sitting there,
Kobe's 5 titles
immortalizing
in
these
LA,
guys in ways that are not human.
All right.
No, these guys today, the fans want them to all hate each other. Watch a football game. Watch when a football game ends.
Oh, my God.
And watch
They're all loving each other.
Right, watch how the guys who are on the losing team, rather than being like all upset and pissed off about it, they're happy and smiling like, hey, bro, how you been? Good to see you. How's your family? Let's get together in the offseason. Man, I love you, dog. I'll see you at the Pro Bowl. I mean, we, the fans, want them to hate each other. And they just all know each other.
Jerry West would have never been laughing it up. He'd throw a trophy.
Jerry West also might have had anger issues, allegedly.
Well,
May he rest in peace.
Well, LeBron maybe has calmed down in his older age. You know what I mean? Maybe LeBron is like,
well,
hey,
what are you
know?
going to do? You just got your ass kicked. Like, what is it? What is it going to do? You see Goody, which is what they call him, and you're like, hey, Goody, bro, good on you, man.
Was Goody.
Exactly, like Mario would say. But here's the thing, like, it's just such a dumb thing to say. Like, who cares?
You hear that, Mongrels? You hear that? Dumb is what you guys are.
It's ridiculous. It's stupid.
But from the booth, it looked like he was arguing.
You don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, you hear that, Mongrels? You don't know what the hell
their
you're
job.
talking about.
If you have a bad day at your job, whether you're a lawyer or a construction worker or a cop or whatever, okay, you have a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not going your way for one reason or another, okay?
Yeah.
It looked like he was arguing with Dylan Brooks from what I was seeing.
Well, him and Dylan Brooks definitely have history.
And
that.
It looked like they were arguing. And
it
then
started that, correct.
Yeah,
and then
so
Goody came in, and then Goody kind of
broke it up.
Softened the blow there, and then LeBron and him started laughing about it. So to your point, Greg, that is the case. But I'm specifically talking about the interaction with Goodwin. When guys have played together, it's their job. Again, my point is, we have a bad day here. You have a bad day at your job. You may be annoyed at your employee or fellow employee, but at the end of the day, you just got to move on. Like, it's a job at the end of the day.
Well, you mentioned Dylan Brooks, and if there's one thing about last night's loss, it was a blowout loss by the Lakers on their home floor.
Go bleep yourself.
Oh, really?
Easy213. Go bleep yourself.
What did Easy say?
No, Lindsay, I think we need to update this sign.
Let me tell you something. You know what they do in Miami? Pat Riley wouldn't have loved LeBron chumming up with those guys. And you know what I would have said to the great Pat Riley, the Godfather, a guy who won 4 championships?
Let me hear. What would you say?
Pat, this is not how it works these days.
Oh, really?
I know you have a specific way of doing it. It doesn't work like that anymore.
Oh, you tell him, lighten up, Francis. That's what you tell him, huh? Did you say to him?
And I love Pat. There's not a
You don't
person I
love him.
respect more on this earth in sports than
Can't
that
be.
man.
Can't be
but
the case.
And you know what he'd probably say? He's like, yeah, but I still don't like it. And
Yeah.
that'd be fine. We'd walk away. But easy bleep you, because it has nothing to do with that. All right? Go bleep yourself.
Hey, listen, the Dylan Brooks part of
Happy
last night's
holidays
game.
to everybody, too.
Oh, yeah. I started saying happy holidays to everybody last night. That last night was my official kickoff of being able to say happy holidays to everybody. So security people and the guys who run the media, like dining area, I happy holiday to everybody. But the Dylan Brooks thing, that's the thing that kind of gets you a little bit, right? Like, you lose a game and you don't have Devin Booker in the game, and freaking Dylan Brooks, who has been a pain in the Lakers' ass and has been a guy who really has wanted to poke at LeBron, 33 points last night? Whoa. That's
Dylan Brooks tore the Lakers apart.
Ate them for lunch last night.
And listen, I get it. You mongrels, you hate LeBron. Okay, you know what? It is what it is. And you're sitting there, I'm kissing his tuchus. I literally started the show saying the guy had a bad game.
They also said you're on his payroll. Now, oh my God. Now, I mean, now we're getting personal here. Okay?
By the way, before we talk about
Let me
the
tell you
payroll,
something.
can we
Unlike
do
some people around here, including you mongrels, ain't nobody buying me, sucker.
Oh, you hear that, mongrels? Ain't nobody. Ain't no price to buy this sucker.
Hey, can I get an ID?
Hold on. Before we do the ID, can you tell me who the Mongrel of the Morning is presented by? Copy.
Presented by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you mongrels are.
Thank you. 806 at 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles.
God, I can't wait till March 1st.
Hold on.
What's March 1st?
A Good Karma Brands radio station. What's March 1st?
There's a deadline that day.
Is that when your contract's up?
Yeah.
Oh,
are you leaving?
Are you leaving?
I don't know. Maybe the mongrels will drive me out.
Oh,
Breaking news.
Wow. You guys hear that? You keep saying that George is on LeBron's payroll.
Well, if George goes,
I will jump on his payroll on March 1st.
If George goes, I go. Then it's just Cappy and Friends.
I thought you couldn't be bought.
Oh, no.
Cappy and Company.
Well, no, that's what they want. That's what I'll do. I'll leave on March 1st, and I'll go work for them.
You know who my first guest is?
George, you got enough bankroll to support me too? I'll just be your executive assistant.
I mean, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
You know who my first guest is going to be on Cappy and Friends?
And you know
when
what?
You guys
My
leave?
77. I'm annoying. Go listen to something else. It's free, brother. You can go find entertainment somewhere else.
See, I'm not the only one who says that.
Right. My first guest on the new Cappy and Friends, which is going to be on March 2nd, I believe.
Pete Carroll?
No, not Pete
The
Carroll.
Raiders guy? The Raiders guy over there?
No, not
Bolt Up guy?
No. Kim Commando.
Bolt Up boys?
Kim Commando and I are going to talk tech on the show. That's right. George,
All right.
if you leave me, that's what's going to happen, George.
All right, we are way behind now. So what I need is Parker and the social team to go to the nose cam because I want to be able to see Avner Gatt
Oh my God,
behind of Cappy. Because tell us about our friend Avner Gatt, please.
Oh, it would be my absolute pleasure to do so. Avner Gatt, my man. So listen, here's the thing about Avner. It's really quite simple. You know, you've met Avner Gatt. You've heard Avner on the air. You've seen him on YouTube, but that's not really the key to why you would be calling Avner Gatt, other than it would be fun to have him answer the phone and say hello. The real truth is this, that if you have had a flood in your home and the damage is for real, and I'm talking like you and your family got to move out of your house and you don't know when you're going to get back in because there's hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage, because it may have been a broken sprinkler, it may have been a toilet overflow, maybe a supply line burst, I'm not sure what the deal is, a broken water line. All we know is you got to get out, your kids got to get out, it's going to take a long time to fix, and it's going to be a lot of money. Now, here's the problem. Now you got an insurance adjuster. That insurance adjuster, his or her job is to give you the smallest amount of money possible. That's how their bosses look at them, and they go, great job. You only gave them $50,000 when they needed $250,000. Well, you see, that's where Avner Gatt comes in, because Avner Gatt is a public adjuster. He works directly for you. Avner knows these insurance people. He knows these insurance policies. He knows how to negotiate. He knows what kind of money you should be getting. And let me tell you something. If your insurance company is turning on you and they won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster just ghosts you, you don't even understand. You get Avner Gatt involved and it is on like the break of dawn. It's on like Donkey Kong. 818-917-5256. 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. When you get into a situation like this, you do not battle with the insurance companies. You leave it to a professional. That is Avner Gatt. You call. He says hello. 818-917-5256. Avner Gatt, your claim, our game.
Good morning. 8:10, by the way. I'm laughing because Sedano is just exploding in the YouTube chat, and it's amazing. All right, Cappy, your mic's off. You turned your mic off. Anyway.
I did?
Yeah, we're way behind. We will be back in 4 minutes. We've got the Cap 10, and that'll take us another 50 minutes to get through that. And then that's the end of the 2 hours terrestrial. So there you go. We'll see you. We're back in 4 minutes from right now.
This is the Sedano and Kap.
I'm public adjuster Avner Gatt, and I've been helping people with homeowners insurance claims for over 20 years. The process can be frustrating. My advice, don't do it alone.
Call 818-917-5256 today.
More Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
What's going on, LA? It's Bethel Duran, and I love my Toyota. And nothing says reliability like Toyota and two great dealerships, Northridge and Wondries Toyota. Right now, you can lease our brand new 2025 Tacoma for just $164 a month for 36 months plus tax. That's what I'm rolling in. If you're in the 818, go see my guy Reed Malib and the crew at Northridge Toyota. In the 626, go to Wondries Toyota. They're going to make it easy.
Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, and dealer offers and changes. $59.99 cash or trade equity down. Expires 12/31/25.
Discover the bold taste of tradition with Amor Salsita homemade authentic salsas.
Hi, this is Jerry with Amor Salsita. From dipping your chips, marinating your favorite dish, topping your tacos, Amor Salsita brings the vibrant flavors of Mexico straight to your table. Salsas with smoky, juicy, chunky tomato, roasted tomatillos, and mango habanero flavors. Visit amorsalsita.com and discover the flavors and recipes. Pick up your Amor Salsita at any Albertsons, Vons, or Pavilions in the produce department. From our kitchen to yours, Amor in every bite.
The roof scraper.
John Ireland here. You've heard me talk about the iSpot Active website and their wearable cryotherapy. You can see it for yourself at iSpotActive.com. iSpot Active sells form-fitted, 4-way stretch shirts and pants with pockets that hold ice-cold gel packs. If you get sore after you exercise or work out, you just put this stuff on for 20 minutes, and wherever you're sore will feel a lot better. Go to that website, iSpotActive.com. See why Hall of Famer James Worthy swears by this stuff. Start feeling better at iSpotActive.com.
This holiday season, give the gift that hits it out of the park. The Rancho Cucamonga Quakes are kicking off a brand new era with exciting new colors as the Los Angeles Angels minor league affiliate. Season tickets make the perfect stocking stuffer for the baseball fans in your life. Don't miss out on fireworks, family fun, and future Angel stars playing under the lights at the Epic Center in Rancho Cucamonga. Visit rcquakes.com and give the gift of Quakes baseball today.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Los Angeles International Airport's People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investments to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals and our new consolidated rental car center, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and kiss and fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and trains depart every 2 minutes beginning in early 2026. Learn more at lawa.org/ESPN.
With Progressive Customer Service, there are lots of ways to connect with us, so you never have to miss a second of your favorite sport. Because you'd much rather watch a ball go through a net 124 times in 48 minutes when you don't really have to pay attention until the last two, and then somehow those 2 minutes will take an hour. You don't want to miss all that. Luckily, you can chat with Progressive on our app, online, or over the phone without missing a single one of those times the ball goes through the metal circle. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
Out here, days are getting a little cooler, and mornings are starting with a few more layers. It's the season for more time at the grill, more feed for your animals, heaters burn late into the night, and the woods start calling your name. We appreciate hard-working hands, shared moments, and love for our land. That's why season after season, we're here for your life out here. Tractor Supply.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show, presented by Call Jacob and Jacob Emrani.
The new phone number, 800-345-6789.
My guy, your guy, Cappy's guy, the great Jacob Emrani.
800-345-6789. With a new phone number, 800-345-6789.
8:15, good morning.
Do you want to laugh?
What now?
I got a text. Like, you know, you get like those random texts, like from like spam people or whatever. Mm-hmm. Mine, I just got one that said, "Hey, man, what was the happiest thing that happened to you this week?"
What was it?
It certainly isn't these damn mongrels, that's for sure, is what I wanted to respond.
Tell them that.
No, you
Say
don't
it's not
respond to the
mongrel.
spam, dude.
Yeah,
If you respond to the spam, you're in trouble.
That's what happened to Cappy. Remember when he got that naughty text?
Oh, yeah.
And he went deep in there.
Did you really respond? I vaguely remember this.
Yeah,
Don't you responded
she
to one
sent,
of those?
Yeah, she sent like naked
Oh,
selfies
that's right. She
to
sent
him.
nudie pictures.
All those
yeah.
pictures of her with those tattoos.
Yeah.
You know,
And you were like, "Who is this?"
And I played along.
Oh, he was deep in there.
Right. Until she wanted to get together.
On this day.
Yeah, she wanted to get together, and then she also wanted your bank account number, I'm sure.
Is that what ruined your computer?
Maybe.
Oh, you know what? Probably.
On this day in 1972, the number one hit, The Temptations. Papa was a Rolling Stone, Captain.
Oh, yes, he was.
Also today is National Build Joy Day.
Yeah.
For the record, everybody
knew
was
that.
blaming me for not building joy, and then Sedano just took out a 2x4 and smacked the mongrels across
I
the face.
took some Hernandez wholesale flooring wood and just smacked everyone around. Now, here's the thing. You're welcome, mongrels, because someone actually paid attention to you today.
All right. Before we get to the Cap 10,
I know the mongrels need a little love every once in a while, and sometimes they need a little tough love, and that's what I give you. Tough love. Now, you know what? Now I'm going to feed you.
Hey,
I
we
fed
only
you
got
today.
until March 1st.
All right?
Remember
that. I fed you today. All right? You got a good meal today. Now, you know what? Go behave. Go sit in the corner now, mongrels.
yeah. Bad boys. Tell mommy it's okay. Sorry, anyway. 8:16, we will do the Cap 10 in moments. But first, let's talk about our friends at Prize Picks, guys.
Oh, yeah. It's very simple, Cappy. By the way, I won my Prize Picks yesterday.
Oh, really?
I decided to play Prize Picks yesterday.
Yeah.
And, because you had asked me for some thoughts. I had Luka for more. I did a Cappy. I pulled the triple more.
Okay.
I had Luka yesterday, although I thought I was in good shape early in the game.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had to sweat it out a little bit. More on points. I had Luka, check. I had Norm Powell revenge game against the Clippers, check. And I had Jalen Johnson, again, more on points, check. You should watch him, Cappy, on the Atlanta Hawks when you're walking around with Chris, like Evan Cohen said. So listen, download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 play gets you a $50 lineup bonus, okay? So your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. And it's very simple to play Prize Picks. Even a mongrel can do it, okay? So you go to Prize Picks, as I mentioned, and it's more or less. Just like I said, I had 3 mores, okay? It was Luka, Jalen Johnson, and Norm Powell yesterday. You go more or less on a particular stat projection. For basketball, it could be points, rebounds, or assists. You bundle a couple together like I did, you can win cold hard cash.
I was not as fortunate last night. I had Luka for more than 32.5 points. Check, he had 38. But I had Devin Booker for more than 33.5 points and assists, and he only got to 14. But here's the good news, George. Because Devin Booker left the game with injury, my $20 2-pick power play, which was going to win me $60, I actually got the $20 refunded to me. That's the insurance we talk about with injuries. I had another play going last night where I had Drake May in the Monday Night Football game for more than 244.5 passing yards. He had 282, so check. But I had LeBron. I thought LeBron was going to have a big night coming off the rest from the previous night. I had him for 33.5 points, rebounds, and assists, and he only got to 13. So I had 2 plays going last night. One was a loss, unfortunately, and one I actually got refunded. So make sure you download the Prize Picks app. Use the code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup. Get $50 instantly on Prize Picks.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Indeed.
And don't forget the Prize Picks Power Hour is coming up at 9 o'clock. The Triple P. And this might be the best time of the week because we get to hear from Dr. Cerruti.
Hi, this is Dr. Cerruti.
Cap 10 time, let's go!
It's time for the Cap 10.
The Cap 10.
This list of NFL teams are ranked, compiled, and put together by Scott Kaplan's discretion.
That's a great slogan. Cap 10, built on bias.
Built on bias.
Yeah.
It's time for
the Cap 10.
The Cap 10.
It is time for the Cap 10, presented this morning by the Dr. Cerruti Advanced LASIK and Eye Centers.
Cerruti Advanced LASIK. See the difference, feel the difference. Visit CerrutiVision.com. SOROUDI Vision.com.
Maybe the one and only Dr. Cerruti can see some sense in this week's Cap 10.
Because you know how Cappy is with this Cap 10. It could be anything every week, but it's must-listen radio.
I need to make a disclaimer before this week's Cap 10, George. You need to know this.
Right here on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
This list in no way reflects the football opinions of George Sedano, Chris Morales, Greg Bergman, producer Lindsay, producer Jorge, Parker Bell, the social team in the back, ESPN LA, Good Karma Brands, sometimes Common Sense, etc.
Hi, I'm Dr. Cerruti, and the Cap 10 is presented by the Cerruti Advanced LASIK and Eye Centers in Beverly Hills, Newport Beach, and Glendale. Visit CerrutiVision.com. SOROUDI Vision.com. The top 10 teams that are coming into focus. Here's the Cap 10.
And now, time for this week's Cap 10.
Here we go, Cappy. By the way, shout out to Dr. Cerruti and that new phone number.
Call 855-NOW-2020. 855-NOW-2020. That's 855-669-2020.
Go, Cappy.
Here we go. It's time for the Cap 10, and we will start at number 10.
And for number 10, Brad Sham and Babe Woffenberg.
Oh, Babe.
105.3 The Fan in Big D.
Ripke and Davis in the backfield for the Cowboys. Davis gets the handoff, finds a hole straight ahead, 40, 45, to the 30, to the 20. He's free, and he's in. It's a touchdown, Dallas. Malik Davis has his first touchdown of the season. It goes for 43. And the Cowboys have the lead 16-14, 3:10 to play until halftime.
Wow, this one just goes right up the gut.
Didn't sound like Brad Sham.
That wasn't Brad Sham, but that's okay.
All right. Hey, listen. Dallas was number 10 last week after their win, the big comeback win against Philadelphia. This week, they're in a Thanksgiving desperation game against Kansas City. They win the game. They're now 6-5-1. They're looking up at Philadelphia, who's 8-4. But Dallas, all of a sudden, is making you think that this thing is not quite as over as it looked a couple weeks ago. CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, 13 catches, 200 yards between the two of them in the win against Kansas City. Up next, George, for the Cowboys, Thursday night football in a huge game against the Lions.
The Cowboys, Cappy. I don't know if I have a great nugget here on the Cowboys.
Sedano's crispy warm nuggets.
Oh, here we go. Dak Prescott has 2 pass touchdowns while under duress. As many pass TDs as he had entering the game all season. So he was actually terrible against the blitz all year. But in that game, for whatever reason, it just worked out really well where he was just torching the Chiefs in those situations. The Chiefs played it right, and Dak just made him made him pay.
It is time for number 9. I can't believe you did this, Cappy. You're a bad guy. Let's hear from JB Long, the ESPN LA Rams radio network.
Number 9?
First and goal Rams at the 10-minute mark. Xavier Smith in motion right to left. The handoff middle. This Rams running game downhill to the end zone. Kyron keeps pounding. The Rams are back on the high side.
So a lot of times when you lose, you get knocked out of the Cap 10. But because this is built on bias, and I'm a homer for the Rams, they went from number 1 last week, and they had a lose-your-focus kind of loss at Carolina. One of these believe-your-own press clippings kind of loss against the Panthers. Matthew Stafford back to earth, 2 interceptions, 1 pick six, a fumble that wrapped the game, and the Rams' defense was really bad on 3rd down and on 4th down with 2 long touchdown passes on 4th downs. So the Rams, my Rams, from number 1 in the Cap 10, didn't knock them out, but they went all the way down to number 9, and up next at Arizona this Sunday, George.
Not good for the Rams, Cappy. Matthew Stafford, he had 2 interceptions on what they would call quick passes, under 2.5 seconds before throwing. His most in a game since 2018, Week 12 against the Bears. He also had 2 interceptions in that situation when he was trying to get rid of the ball quickly. Generally, when he does that, it's pretty money because he gets it usually to Nakua or one of those receivers that can get the ball quickly in a tunnel screen and get it going.
I just need to motivate the Rams because you guys, you can't have losses like you had this past weekend. You dropped from 1 to 9.
I mean, that's pretty. Is that the steepest drop, or did anyone actually drop completely out from 1 to out?
Well, I'll tell you what. Listen to the rest of this list, and then you'll tell me at the end who did not make it, who you thought should have made it.
Okay.
Time for number 8, and for that we go up to Seattle. KIRO, Seattle Seahawks Radio Network.
4th down and 1 at the Seattle 4. Handoff, play fake. Brosmer being chased. Brosmer is going to go down as he throws. It's intercepted. Coming back to the near side. Far side 50. Down to the 40. Being chased. 20. 10. It's Jones who is intercepted. His 4th pass of the year. And this one goes to the house. From back near the 10-yard line, Ernest Jones. It's Chano with the pressure. Jones with a pick 6. Boy, this rookie is getting a lesson right now. 85 yards on the return by Jones, who's going to go straight to the oxygen.
Well, the Seahawks remain at number 8. They were 8 last week. They stay at number 8. They destroyed the helpless Minnesota Vikings 26-0. And all the stats you need to know from this game is that the Vikings started a quarterback who was an undrafted rookie by the name of Max Brosmer, threw 4 interceptions, and that's the game.
And 2 of them to Ernest Jones, as you heard there. So the Seahawks offense, Cappy, only amassed 219 yards, their fewest in a win since 2017. Largest win by a team held to under 220 yards since 2018. The Bears had 190 at the Bills.
How about that? Yeah, the offensive stats were not impressive because the defense did all the work. All right, here we go.
Time for number 7, and for that we head to WJXL Jacksonville.
Shotgun formation in a 2 tight end set for Trevor Lawrence. Dropping the throw. Trevor looks, lots of time. Now fires back, corner of the end zone, in the middle of the end zone, touchdown! Brenton Strange in the middle of the field. A 21-yard touchdown catch from Trevor Lawrence, and Jacksonville has extended the lead.
The Jacksonville Jaguars have been on my radar for a few weeks. They're up from number 9 to number 7. and they beat up on the pathetic Tennessee Titans 25-3. The Jags, though, if you're not paying attention, are 8-4. They're leading the AFC South, where they're tied with the Colts, who seem to be now falling apart. Jacksonville has won 3 straight. Trevor Lawrence, 229 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And George, upcoming this week, it's a battle for first place. It is Jacksonville against Indianapolis.
Yeah, the Jags, man, they are in first place, Cappy, in the division. Like, it's pretty insane when you think about it. The AFC South, everyone thought it was going to be pretty terrible. It's actually as competitive as there is. The Jaguars are the first team since the 2019 Ravens to score at least 25 points in each of their first 6 road games in a single season.
By the way, I just had major deja vu. We've had that conversation before.
All right. Time for number 6, and for that, we've only got him till March 1st. Let's hear from George Sedano on ESPN Radio.
Stroud hands it off on a reverse to Nico Collins. He's got space to run. He runs it into the end zone for a touchdown. A good block by Dalton Schultz and Xavier Hutchinson to clear the path there for Nico Collins for the touchdown.
You're going to notice, George, that when you call NFL games, those teams seem to make it into the Cap 10. The Texans,
interestingly enough,
unranked last week, but 4 straight wins for Houston. The last 2 weeks, they've beaten Buffalo, and this past week, 20-16 over Indianapolis. C.J. Stroud comes back from injury, goes 22 of 35, 276 yards, did not throw a touchdown, but did have 1 interception. Up next, a huge Sunday night football game at Kansas City. The Texans are in at 6.
The Texans, for the first time in their history, Cappy, they have played 4 straight games and won each of them by 1 score.
All right, we get ready for the top 5 of the Cap 10 this week. But first, remember that number.
Call 855-NOW-2020. 855-NOW-2020. That's 855-669-2020.
We move to number 5, and for that, we go to WGR Sports Radio 550 in Buffalo.
Allen in the shotgun here with Ty Johnson to his right on 3rd and goal from the 8. Here's the snap. Allen going to keep it. Going to look to bust it outside. Lowers the shoulder. The surge pushing him forward. Progress. He's in for the touchdown. The Beast has been released as he goes 8 yards for a touchdown as the Bills take control of this one.
The Bills were unranked last week, but they jumped back into the Cap 10 at number 5. One of the best wins of the weekend, 26-7 over the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Here we go, Steelers. Apparently
Here
not
we
going.
go.
Yeah, to the Super Bowl. Bills are 8-4, but they're 3 games back of New England. Buffalo came into this game. They had all these injuries along their offensive line, and they rode the D to a destruction of Aaron Rodgers. Joey Bosa jumped on his back, fumble, scoop, score. Up next for the Bills, home against Cincinnati. Buffalo,
they rode the D, huh? They rode the D?
Well, the D, like the defense. They were able to,
I don't know about that.
Anyway, the Bills are in at 5.
Sean McDermott, Cappy, 101st career win as a head coach, including the playoffs, ties Mike McCarthy for 5th most by a coach in his first 9 seasons.
Time for number 4, and for number 4, we go to KNBR, the sports leader in the Bay Area.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Fakes the give. He runs left. He's got a nose for the goal line, and he's in for a 49ers touchdown. Reed Upton in a celebration for the quarterback, Brock Purdy. The toe looks just fine on a 2-yard scamper, and the Niners lead 16-8 with 1:29 to play 3rd quarter.
Hey, listen, Brock Purdy can make that noise. He's up from number 5 last week. The 49ers are up to number 4. They bullied the Browns 26-8. Brock Purdy, 16 of 29, 168 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, and a rushing touchdown. San Francisco's 9-4. They're looking up at the Rams at 9-3 and the Seahawks at 9-3. But, George, they get a bye. Perfect time for a team that's been hurt all year long to have this kind of record, get a bye, and then they come out of the bye against Tennessee. The 49ers this week up to number 4.
The 49ers, Cappy, have won, obviously, 5 Super Bowls, but 3 since 1985. But not a single game in Cleveland over that span until that day. They were 0-4 in Cleveland since 1985, finally getting off the schneid.
Well, Cleveland's got that going for them. We move to number 3, and for that, we go to KOA in Denver.
Nix under center on 2nd down and 4. Troutman in motion from right to left. Nix has the snap. He'll hand it off. This is Harvey outside the left hash. He's into the end zone. Touchdown Broncos. R.J. Harvey with a 5-yard touchdown run. It's his second of the night and in overtime.
That was by far the easiest and best drive Denver has had tonight. They saved the best for last.
The Denver Broncos are number 3. Another one-score win, 27-26 over Washington. 9 straight wins for the Broncos. I get it. It wasn't overly impressive. Washington was a backup quarterback, Marcus Mariota, who actually played really well, but they just keep on winning. They're 10-2. They've got a 2-game lead over San Diego. Bo Nix was 29 of 45, 321 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. And up next, the Broncos. I don't even know why they're going to play this game, George. They're at the Raiders. I mean,
you don't know why they're going to play the game? What's on the schedule?
Why
That's
even play? Why play the game?
Nonetheless, Bo Nix, Cappy, 6 game-winning drives in the fourth quarter overtime this season, tied for 4th most by a QB in their first or second season since the merger in 1970. Only Andrew Luck and Peyton Manning, and Jake Plummer have more in their first 2 seasons.
Thank you, Sedano. We will take a timeout from the Cap 10,
We
8:32. And you are going to tell us about our friends. You're home away from home. Cappy and I got the East Central, but you got LAX, sucker.
Yeah, LAX, where changes are arriving daily at Los Angeles International Airport. The People Mover trains begin rolling early next year as part of LAX's ongoing investment to transform and improve your travel journey. The People Mover trains will quickly move guests between their terminals, the new consolidated rental car centers, metro trains and buses, economy parking, and the Kiss and Fly lot. The trains will make it simple and fast to get to your LAX destination in 10 minutes or less, and they'll depart in every 2 minutes, beginning in early 2026. Right around the corner, guys. To learn more, go to this website, lawa.org/ESPN. That's lawa.org/ESPN.
Thank you, shit out of. We bring the NFL music back. And we get ready now for the top 2. And at number 2, we go to the Windy City and hear from Westwood One.
2nd down and 8. Williams rolling. Left side. Throwing deep downfield. Kmet is there. Touchdown. Cole Kmet got behind Reed Blankenship for a 28-yard touchdown. And the Bears now lead it by 14 with just over 6 minutes to go here in Philadelphia.
The Chicago Bears, up from number 6 last week. The Bears got their prove-it win in Philadelphia, 24-15. And with the Rams losing, Chicago is now the number 1 seed in the NFC. Caleb's number is not all that impressive, 17 of 36, 154 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. But the Bears just keep finding ways to win. They beat Philly convincingly, and I'm not so sure everybody believes in the Bears, but all of a sudden, they're leading the NFC North over Green Bay, over Detroit. The question is, can they do it again? Up next, a trip to Lambeau to visit the Packers. The Bears, George, are in at number 2.
You know, what's interesting, Cappy, is the Bears, the offensive line has done a good job, and Caleb has done a good job, whether he's not putting up great numbers or not, of getting the ball out quicker. Remember last year, he did a really terrible job of running around. He thought he was still at USC, right? Like he was just trying to keep plays alive or whatnot. Not with Ben Johnson. He's getting the trains to run on time. Caleb has been sacked 2 or fewer times for the 10th game this season. When we look back at this last game, already double his total as a rookie last season. In 5 games, he had twice as many sacks last year than he does through 10.
Wow. And it is time for the number 1 team on the Cap 10 this week. And for that, we go back to Westwood One, and let's hear it from Monday Night Football.
May takes the snap out of the gun. Pressure's coming. Steps up in the pocket. Goes long to the left side. Looking for the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Patriots! Kyle Williams, left side of the end zone. What a beautiful ball for 33 yards. And the Patriots sway the momentum back to their side.
The New England Patriots were number 2.
No Kevin Harlan on Monday Night Football.
No, it was Tom McCarthy's voice. And, so, hey, the Patriots last week were number 2. They've moved up to number 1, 33-15 on Monday Night Football last night. I'll just say this. New England's got something special brewing. They got a second-year quarterback, the return of Mike Vrabel. The Patriots have won 10 straight games. They're 11-2. Can you believe that the Raiders beat the Patriots in Week 1? Drake May is now the leader in the MVP race. He was 24 of 31, 282 yards, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And now the Patriots, George, have a bye. Then they're home against Buffalo on December 14th. They can put the division away. The Patriots are the number 1 team in the AFC. And the Patriots are number 1 in the Cap 10. What do you think about that?
I don't know if I buy it, but I will say this. The Patriots, after that win this past weekend, yesterday, they go from 37% to 46% to be the 1 seed in the AFC.
Wait till they beat Buffalo. If they beat Buffalo, again, and they get a bye, then those percentages are even going to go higher.
Usually if you keep winning, they will go higher.
Yes, that's a good point, mathematically speaking.
You got some bottom feeders or no?
Here's the thing about the bottom feeders. There's nothing that can be said.
Okay.
The Raiders are the worst team in football. And by the way, there's some bad teams. Like Tennessee's bad. But give the Jets credit. The Jets have all of a sudden rallied, and the Jets find themselves playing significantly better. Yeah. The Raiders are the bottom feeder of the bottom feeders.
Yeah, they should be. They're the worst organization in the freaking sport, and it's not even close. And I will say this, the Mongrels are giving you grief about your Rams, dropping them from 1 to 9.
Yep.
And then K-Town SVG, 213, says he's happy for Caleb and USC. Suck it, Berg.
Hear that,
Bergie? Suck it, Berg.
Hear that? Hey, listen, let me tell you guys something real quick. If you think that there was somebody who shouldn't have been in this Cap 10, or you think somebody got snubbed in the Cap 10, or you think somebody moved...
Well, I mean, the Colts are still in tied technically for first place. I mean, you didn't have them in your Cap 10, but they've lost 3 in a row. Is that the reason?
Right. Colts weren't in my Cap 10.
Yeah.
Green Bay beat Detroit.
We don't usually
Cap 10.
We don't usually get to this bed. It's part of the bed.
I'll just tell you, hey, remember, it's built on bias. This is not a power ranking. This is the Cap 10. It is built on bias.
Well, the good thing is we don't have any buys anymore, so that way we don't have to have people drop out just because they were on a buy.
No, actually, there are buys coming up still.
Still?
Yeah, believe it or not. As a matter of fact, this upcoming week, this is where there's going to be some problems.
Let's let that guitar go.
The Patriots, the 49ers, and the Panthers, all with buys this upcoming week. And for the
Patriots,
Patriots,
that's killer for fantasy football, too, because don't the playoffs start most of these?
Pretty
This
much.
is the last week of most people's regular season.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
And the Patriots and the 49ers, you talk about great times to have a bye. Incredible with the winning streaks and how they're playing. And in the San Francisco case, the injuries they've dealt with. These are amazing times for teams like New England and San Francisco to have buys this upcoming week.
The Cap 10 brought to you by Cerruti Advanced LASIK and Eye Center. See the difference, feel the difference. Visit CerrutiVision.com or call that new number.
Call 855-NOW-2020. 855-NOW-2020. That's 855-669-2020.
Oh, not shocking on a Tuesday morning. A Live Imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. 8:39, we are way behind. So tell us about our friends at Prize Picks, Cappy and Shaq.
Oh, very simple. You want sports action in the state of California? Download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Cappy, KPPY. First $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. It's very simple to play Prize Picks. It's more or less. You bundle a couple together with those stat projections that they give you. And look, there's a stat projection for every player imaginable and every sport imaginable, okay? For basketball, points, assists, rebounds. Very simple. Go more, go less. Bundle a couple of players together, and you can win cold, hard cash.
Mentioned earlier injury insurance on Prize Picks. So in the case of last night, I had Luka for points. Check, he got it. But it was a $20 two-pick power play to win $60, and Devin Booker got hurt in the game, and I got my money back. So I made the $20 play, but because Booker got hurt, I actually got refunded. Now, here's the one thing I want to talk about this time around, though. When you open up the Prize Picks app, when you open up the app, look at the bottom right corner. It says Profile. When you're there on Profile, you're going to see followers and following. I want you to make sure you follow me on Prize Picks at Scott Kaplan, okay? Because I want to follow you. I want you to follow my picks. And if you guys are going to play and you're going to tell me that you're doing really well, I want to follow your picks and I want to play your picks. You don't have to tweet them to me anymore. You don't have to text them to me anymore. You can follow me. I can follow you. So download the Prize Picks app. Use the code Cappy, Kappy. Make your first $5 lineup. Get $50 immediately.
Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
8:41, good morning. Thank you. We will be back in 2.5 minutes for fun and frivolity, and then the Prize Picks Power Hour coming up at 9 a.m. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We'd like to thank our founding partner,
Abner Gatt, your trusted Los Angeles public adjuster. Call Abner directly at 818-917-5256 for help with your insurance claim.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement, and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Hey, it's Chris Morales. You know, we joke around a lot that I almost died, which I almost did. I had severe heart failure. That's when I went to a Providence hospital in the emergency room. And here's the thing about heart care. It begins with trust. That's why Providence takes the time to listen, understand, and earn yours before making any decision about your care. For me, if it wasn't for Dr. Cobb and Katie Cornella at St. Joe's in Orange, they made me trust them and they made me know. And my health and my life were going to be even better once I got out of the hospital. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check if they're going for it on 4th down before going to the concession stand.
Yeah, give me 3 hot dogs, 2 jumbo touchdown, baby! What?
Hey, buddy, you want cheese with those? Yeah, checking first is smart.
No.
So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:44, good morning. One of the biggest songs of 2017. Happy birthday. He turns 34 today. Charlie Puth, Cappy.
Charlie who?
Oh, come on.
What's his last name?
Charlie Puth.
Spell that for me.
P-U-T-H.
I think he's doing the Super Bowl national anthem.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's
really.
a great song.
Bad Bunny. I'm going to come in there and break that Apple laptop over your head.
Why?
Because Charlie Puth, this is an amazing song. Have you seen the music video for Attention in 2017?
No, I have not.
It'll remind you of X's. It's like it reminded me of X's when I saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Charlie Puth.
Charlie Puth. By the way, hold on, where's that liner I got to do? Stand by.
Stand by.
3, 2, 1. It's a Rams watch. It's a Rams watch party with a massive prize. Join ESPN LA on Thursday, December 18th at Kelsey's inside Pechanga Resort Casino. It's free to join, but spots are limited, so save yours now at ESPNLA.com. Join us for a chance to play in Sua Craven's foursome. How about that? Oh, Sua! All you got to do is go to ESPNLA.com. The foursome with Sua at Journey Golf Course at Pechanga, which is an absolutely beautiful golf course. Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. Oh, here's the drop. Yeah. The official California gaming and casino partner of the Los Angeles Rams. 8:45, we're going to go till 51, and we got a Jacob read. So, do some sports now. I'll be back at 47.
Hey, by the way, yesterday I was at the F45 right here in downtown L.A., and every time the coach started screaming, he'd go, 3, 2, 1. I'd be like, 3-2.
3-2.
3-2. I would just say that out loud, and people were looking at me like, what are you doing? Like my own little inside joke is what it was. So, Georgie?
Yeah?
I got to tell you something that happened last night. I'll save it for the Prize Picks Power Hour of YouTube. But I must tell you what happened to me last night at the beginning of the Cappy Lappy. Something completely, utterly unexpected.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's a hell of a tease, Captain.
Thank you. Thanks a hell of a lot.
Yeah.
I'll tell you all about it coming up.
Okay. All right.
I will indeed.
Hey, can I ask you guys a question? Since I wasn't here yesterday when you talked about the CFP and obviously USC being out, blah, 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 blah. Why the heck are they still playing these conference championship games? Like, what is the point?
Well, there's still it's another data point.
Ohio State, Indiana.
Well, if Ohio State and Indiana, if both of them lose, they'll
Right, but
still
if-
probably both get a bye.
How could they both lose?
No, they won't get a bye. They may not
Well,
get
I'm
a
saying,
bye.
like, regardless of who loses.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but well, they're ranked 1 and 2 respectively,
Right, and they
right?
would
So I mean, right, but like the Big 12 championship, if BYU gets throttled again by Texas Tech, they're probably out altogether.
And James Madison, if they win their conference, they could possibly get in.
Right,
which
like
would be
that.
very
Yeah,
exciting
that's why
for
you got to
UCLA
play the
fans.
conference championship games.
Yeah,
I mean, just because it doesn't mean anything in the Big Ten this one particular year in regards to both teams being in, doesn't mean that the other conferences aren't fighting for seeding or buys or even to be in altogether.
Well, then why? Like, Notre Dame also doesn't have to play in one, obviously.
Well,
'cause they
Notre
don't have
Dame
a
is an
conference.
independent. They don't have.
Right.
They don't. Right.
So it could be. It's almost like they get a free week.
Well, Notre Dame gets a free pass in a lot of ways.
Right.
Notre Dame, no
Always.
one has a more luxurious life in college football than Notre Dame.
100%.
They get the benefit of not having to be in a conference.
Mm-hmm.
They pick their own schedule. So they've lost to the only two like playoff teams that they've played on their schedule, and yet they're still somehow ranked in the top 10. So to that point, yeah, I mean, I'm with you on Notre Dame. I don't understand it. I don't understand how they're a playoff team. I don't understand why. Well, I do. I get it. It's like the Cap 10. It's built on bias.
That's right. That's 100% right. But, Lindsay, you actually bring up something quite interesting, which is, these conference championship games that will happen this upcoming Saturday. The one that's on my radar that's the worst of them all, and gosh, it irritates me, is, and there's a couple that are bad. The first one is the Mountain West Conference, and I'm not saying that anybody here really cares about it, but, George, do you realize that they had 4 teams all tied with the same record, and they had to just keep going down the line, to your point?
Well,
of
I hate
data
that.
points.
I mean, that happened in the ACC, too. What happens is these commissioners do it's in the ACC and the Mountain West, it's different, though. There's a level of hubris in the ACC, like, we'll never get left out of the college football
Well, they should have
playoff.
learned their lesson with Florida State a couple of years ago.
Correct, and they did not. And they figured in a 12 team it would never happen, and here's what it is. Do you know what the American conference is where, your daughter goes to Tulane? The American
North
Conference.
Texas, yep. Mm-hmm.
Do you know what their second tiebreaker is?
No, tell me.
After head-to-head?
No.
Highest ranked CFP team.
Okay.
Which, honestly, isn't that
makes
the
sense.
smartest way to do
Yeah,
it?
that makes a lot of sense, because here's the thing. When I look at the Mountain West and I look at how they determine not only who's in the conference championship, but who hosts the conference championship, then I look at the ACC, and if the ACC wants to be taken seriously, you got Duke against Virginia when Miami.
Well, Virginia's good. At
No,
least.
I got Virginia, but
the Duke part is an absolute travesty.
exactly,
Because
and Miami's going to likely get into the playoff.
maybe we don't know.
We will continue this in the Prize Picks Power Hour. You see the sign I'm holding? The beautiful face of Jacob Emirati. Let's do the new phone number.
Let's do the new phone number.
We only got a minute, so let's go.
Okay, the new number. Listen, you ever notice in December there's a mix of joy and chaos, Cappy?
Yep.
Well, here's the thing. 1 minute you're decorated shopping. The next minute somebody's hitting you from behind. And then what happens, Chris? BAM! Exactly. And that's why the first thing you do is very simple. You call Jacob at the new number. Cappy, you ready to say it together?
I am so ready.
800-345.
6789.
There you go. Let me say it one more time myself. 800-345-6789. Now, Cappy, you say it.
800-345-6789.
And keep that number on repeat in your mind. Dial it up. Put it in your phone. That number, 800-345-6789. Because the law offices of Jake and Ronnie are here for you. They genuinely show up when people are hurting, especially during the holidays. All you need to do is dial that number, 800-345-6789. And let Jacob take over. Here's the truth. Insurance companies, they know you're busy. They want you to be distracted. Jacob is here to make sure you're getting taken care of. He's the trusted legal partner of every single championship team in Los Angeles, and that's because he's here to fight for you. Call him at 800-345-6789. Save it in your phone.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Beyer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury, think they've pulled a muscle in their back, and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, HIMS.com/JOY.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Here's Travis Rogers.
The Los Angeles Rams are 9-3 after a surprising 31-28 loss to the Carolina Panthers on the road. Up next, the Arizona Cardinals again on the road, back-to-back road games for the Rams before coming home to take on the Lions. One of the bright spots, despite the loss, was Davante Adams getting into the end zone not once but 2 more times on Sunday against the Panthers. That gave him a league-leading 14 touchdown receptions on the season, just 4 shy of his career record. So Davante certainly with an opportunity to set a new career mark here in 2025. He's 31st in receptions on the season with 52. Trey McBride leading the way with 88. And then in yards, it is Jackson Smith and Jigba, who's got 1,336 yards. He's all the way at the top of the NFL rankings. Davante Adams, number 23 with 889. With Tuesday's Rams Report, I'm Travis Rogers.
This is the ZipRecruiter Rams Report.
Powered by ZipRecruiter. Looking for your next great hire? Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
When it comes to hiring, other job sites are still huddling while ZipRecruiter's already in the end zone. That's why over 4 million businesses have used ZipRecruiter to hire, and why 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. Get in the end zone with ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/LA. That's ZipRecruiter.com/LA.
Hey, Los Angeles, your Rams return home to battle the Detroit Lions in a massive NFC collision with playoff implications on Sunday, December 14th at 1 p.m. Get ready for another electric matchup as Matthew Stafford leads the Rams against Jared Goff and the Lions. Bring all your energy to SoFi Stadium to watch as the #1 team in the NFC West looks to defend their home turf. To secure your seats, visit therams.com/DET. Again, that is therams.com/DET. And we'll see you at the Rams house.
John Ireland here. Are you sore? I'm going early on Black Friday with iSpot Active all week long. iSpot Active is giving 25% off their wearable cryotherapy gear with the coupon code LA710. The stuff is selling like hotcakes. You got to get yours before they're sold out. It's a great holiday present for anybody. If they work out, play sports, run, sit in an office all day, delivering boxes, wherever they work or play, they need to manage their back pain, their sore bodies. iSpotActive.com has designed compression wear that form fits to your body with pockets that fit flexible, ice-cold gel packs. You wear it, you go on your way. No more strapping on ice bags and being immobilized. Everybody I know that has bought one of these things truly loves it. It's time to get yours. 1 week only a Black Friday sale. 25% off with the coupon code LA710. Get these while you still can. I'm telling you, they're going to go fast. Get yours today at iSpotActive.com.
Vista Paint is California's original paint company and has been serving pros and homeowners since 1956. Our paints are formulated for lasting performance, beautiful finishes, and made to withstand the weather. Vista Paint, locally made, expertly crafted, always reliable.
Math is simple. Low prices plus big trade value equals huge savings for you during the 2025 Subaru Share the Love event at Ocean Subaru of Fullerton, where we'll donate $325 for every new vehicle purchased or leased to the charity of your choice. Come in today to trade and upgrade your vehicle or just sell it and get paid. You win either way. For complete details, visit OceanSubaruOC.com.
$325 donation consists of $250 from Subaru and an additional $75 from Ocean Subaru of Fullerton. Expires 12/31/2025.
Think Verizon, the best 5G network, is expensive? Think again. Bring in your AT&T or T-Mobile bill to a Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Now, what to do with your unwanted bills? Ever seen an origami version of the Hollywood sign? Jokes aside, Verizon has the most ways to save on phones and plans where everyone in the family can choose their own plan and save. So bring in your bill to your local LA Verizon store today and we'll give you a better deal. Rankings based on root metric true score report dated 1H 2025. Your results may vary. Must provide a postpaid consumer mobile bill dated within the past 45 days. Bill must be in the same name as the person redeeming the deal. Additional terms apply.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
John Ireland for Blue Ice, the finest potato vodka sourced from Idaho and pure Snake River Aquafire water. Find classic Blue Ice vodka or any of their unique flavors in stores or ask for it by name. Blue Ice vodka, because taste is everything.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
Yeah, I had a very long scrape this morning here. And I think
by the way, somebody said this to me. Who said this to me before you continue?
Was it Dr. Cerruti?
God, where was I?
Hi, this is Dr. Cerruti.
Where was I recently? Oh, my spotter, Ted Kozak, who used to work as an NFL scout for many years.
Like your weightlifting spotter? Or?
No, my spotter on football games.
About the bench spot.
He used to work for the Ravens and Browns, and now he works in the private sector. Mm-hmm. I don't want to. He works for like a Fortune 500 company, but he says, "Yeah, I was listening a couple times." He's like, "All you and your partner are talking about is pooping."
The Sedano and Kap morning show is on the air.
Well, we call it scraping. You know?
Cappy walked in this morning. I said, "Hey, Cappy, how are you doing?" He's like, "I'm good, but I'm really holding this one in."
Yeah, really. I'm holding on for dear life at this point.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
A little sabor. Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
You're the weirdo on the radio.
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hat.
How do you feel that you didn't get the Morales like on your picture?
Yeah, kind of hurts my feelings a little bit.
Freaking break.
Giant Mexican, horn section. And
from now on, Sua needs to give this stuff to me. Overnight it.
By the way, why aren't you wearing the Dodgers USC hat I brought in?
I only wear hats on Fridays. We're not
I only pay off bets on Fridays.
Come on, man. This is paying off my bet.
But I don't understand why you gave up. You were very you had a lot of conviction around that you thought that that it had to come from Sua.
It does have to come from Sua.
But yet you're paying off the bet right now.
I will pay off this portion of it.
Thank you for letting me share in your aura.
How do you say his name? Asminger?
Asminger.
On 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app. And on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
Bigger than U.S. Steel.
What a catch by the tight end!
Dungus!
Right now.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
I've danced with the devil.
The Bolt Up Boys. Here it comes, dude. Oh, there it is.
9:02 and 30 seconds. Good morning. Welcome to the Prize Picks Power Hour, Jack. The Triple P is on for day 2 of the Triple P. And we will have our Prize Picks pick of the day. We will see how many times we have to loop the bed today. Yesterday we had to do 3 loops for Cappy.
Triple loop.
Yeah.
And the Triple P.
And the Triple P, Jack. Let's talk Lakers, huh?
Start thinking a little ahead here right now. I'm thinking ahead about my Prize Picks for tonight.
Yeah? What are you going to do, Cap?
I don't know. I'm looking around. I got to look around because, NBA is probably my primary tonight, although maybe I'll hit a little NHL tonight.
A little NHL?
Yeah, why not?
You going to go to the puck?
I'm thinking about it. I am thinking about it. I'm checking the schedule here.
Hey, by the way, Lakers are going to Toronto next. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know that. There's a little East Coast swing coming up.
I'm looking at the Kings tonight.
Yeah, Toronto, by the way, Cappy, also another team that is playing pretty well.
Yeah, you do a much better job of following the entire NBA. I'm kind of more of a Laker follower.
No, I know, but we've I feel like last year we made strides in getting you to watch the rest of the league a little bit.
Oh, strides have been made. Put it this way. I go home, I turn on my TV, I'm like, oh, look, Dallas is playing New York, as an example. I'm like, you know what? That's the kind of NBA game that I want to watch because I'm the kind of guy that last night, watching New England play against the New York Giants,
it's horrendous.
Right? Who thinks to themselves, I really got to watch this game? I guess if you're a Giants fan, if you're a Patriots fan, that's your game. But nationally speaking, that game doesn't, I don't think, have a lot of interest, but I'm a football guy. So I watch football. Mm-hmm. But you see, you're turning me into more of a basketball guy. Let me check the schedule tonight, see if there's anything I really like. Let me see here. Let's see.
You looking at the slate?
Yeah, Knicks Celtics seems interesting.
Yeah. That's on NBC tonight, but we won't get that unless you can only watch it if you have Peacock out here. Because NBC's got that kind of strange setup where you can only really watch one game of their doubleheader on terrestrial.
Here's a game
tonight.
You
got the Peacock?
I do have
I got the Peacock.
I got it. How about
Thunder
this, George?
Warriors?
Thunder Warriors is a
Thunder
game.
Warriors, that'll be on big NBC tonight for us here in the West
Now,
Coast.
that's a ball game. You
But no Steph.
You got a ball game at that point, though.
No Steph, you know that.
I know, but still. Just brand-wise. And then I'm taking a look tonight in the NHL. Maybe Dallas versus the Rangers. Maybe a little Dallas versus New York action going on.
Put some on the Kings.
Capitals
Mike
and Kings
Madonna
tonight.
and Mike Messier still play?
I don't think Mike Messier, Mark's brother, I don't think he's still playing.
What about McSorley?
Marty McSorley, he's going.
Brian Leach?
Brian Leach, I think, is also done, yes. I think
Adam Graves?
I think he's done. He's toast.
By the way, download the app today and use code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, the Prize Picks app, to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Hey, Bergie, aren't you going to the Kings game tonight?
I am
You're
going to Kings. Yeah, I'm going tonight.
So why don't you pick out a couple of Prize Picks for me on the Kings, and I'll play those, and they're playing the Capitals tonight. Now, is tonight a special occasion?
Tonight is a special occasion. It's Jean's birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Mean Gene.
Happy birthday. Thank you for
happy
the
birthday,
salmon
Mean
sperm
Gene.
match.
Yeah, she was with us Saturday at the USC-UCLA Bergie Morales broadcast at Tom's Watch Party. I got in depth. I wanted to find out all the information on the salmon sperm.
And
you got it?
I got it.
And
Gene's skin does look very good. The salmon
It
sperm.
does. It works.
Yeah, I want
matter what you
injections
say.
now.
Go to Korea.
It works.
I don't know if I want to go to Korea for it. Although my friend David Yang posted the picture from him and I in Koreatown, a great P1 listener. He's my Korean brother. David Yang. David Yang. I posted that on my social.
Good man.
At CMM Spectrum. Big fan of ours.
So how about this for a night, Cappy? So we're going to Sonora Town Tacos, which is right down the street here. It's supposed to be really, really good. Haven't had it
I
yet.
don't think I've been there. It sounds great.
It is really good. It's supposed to be good. That the kids in the back love it.
Oh, you know what? No. I have been there. Beto took me there one day to Sonora Town
How was
Tacos. It was outstanding.
Yeah.
I know exactly
Beto
where it is.
and the Wedo.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're gonna do that. Then we're gonna come back here. We're gonna go ice skating in the in LA Live Plaza.
You know what? What a romantic you are.
Look at this.
The tree is now up in the courtyard here at LA Live. The ice skating rink is rolling around. People are ice skating out there. It's like it's kind of like I walked by it yesterday and I took a picture and I was in that mode of it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas. You know?
Yeah. And then we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna go to the Kings game. See, that's quite the night.
You gonna drop the puck?
The puck? Yeah.
It's a good question. It's a legit question.
See how I feel when I get back. It's a long night.
Remember, it's a
Long
birthday.
day.
It's a birthday.
Right.
You got a responsibility tonight.
By the way, you know who Gene shares a birthday with?
Who?
Aaron Rodgers is 42 today.
No
and
way.
Ashton Genty is 22.
Wow.
Ashton Genty.
You know, my daughter is a big Ashton Genty fan because she went to Boise State.
Yeah.
She has a cat, and the cat's name is Genty.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I like that.
Pet that big cat.
Want to also know something weird about this date? So I have had 3 major relationships in my life. I was married, I had a 5-year relationship, and then now this one with Gene.
I think I know what you're about to say because I got a Facebook notification and I was shocked that I was still Facebook friends with that
Really?
person.
Let me
Really? Okay.
guess. Let me guess.
What?
You're getting engaged tonight.
No, absolutely not. So
He's gonna drop the puck.
Just dropping the puck. That's it. And then, so my ex-wife's birthday is December 1st, which was yesterday. My ex-girlfriend of 5 years' birthday was today. And then Gene's birthday is today.
Oh,
so 3
boy.
of my major relationships are all within the day with birthdays.
And apparently I'm still
Weird,
Facebook
right?
friends with his ex.
Really?
Now,
Is it
I'm not.
popped up?
I'm not.
I'm not. I didn't know I was ever.
I don't think I ever met the ex. When did the 5-year relationship
No,
end?
you weren't around yet. It was ended in the year after the pandemic, so 2021.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What ended that
So
relationship?
Gene is a Sagittarius, huh?
Sagittarius, yes. I told myself after the ex-wife, never doing Sagittarius again.
And now you've done, I guess,
3 times.
So
trick.
characteristics
He got a hat
for
trick.
a Sagittarius, this is according to Google AI.
Let me hear.
Adventurous,
Mm-hmm.
optimistic, and open-minded.
Okay.
They are often described as being energetic and sometimes impatient.
Yep. All that quite true.
And yet you still keep going for the same
Yeah, but this
Sagittarian.
one works.
Third time's
This one
a charm.
works. Thank you, Lindsay. 3rd time's a charm.
When you get married.
Not for a few years.
So
a
the
few
plan-
years.
the
Wow,
plan
it's
is out
actually
there.
on the table, though.
Yeah, so we're not even going to move in together for at least 2 years from now.
Okay.
Right.
And then after that, it's probably
Why don't you just throw a ring on it? Just
Why don't you
just
throw a
hold
ring on it?
What do you mean?
I
you want me to throw a ring on me,
You
Gene?
should talk.
I
You're
should
in like
talk.
6 years.
Yeah, I know. March.
Yeah, look at you, tough guy. What are you talking about?
When Sedano's contract ends March 1st, that will be the approximate time that I will be 7 years into this relationship.
7.
It took me 7, Cappy. It took me 7 to put the ring on.
Took 7
Yeah.
years? Really?
Yeah, 7 years. She said, if you didn't do it by Christmas, because I did it November 22nd.
Wow, you got an ultimatum.
Right,
That's
no. This is afterwards, right?
I was going to say.
What I told her was like, man, I should have waited a month.
Why?
Because she says, if you didn't do it by Christmas, we would have broken up. And I was like, damn it, I should have waited a month.
Wow. I know I had a buddy of mine recently, his girlfriend gave him an ultimatum. And she said, hey, look, it's time. Like and females are like, listen, my body clock, I want to have kids. And this buddy of mine was like, I just cannot commit to a marriage. I'm just not there yet. I love her. She's awesome. She's beautiful. I just cannot commit. And he had to break it off with her because he got the ultimatum,
Well, listen, I feel like if you get the ultimatum, that's also, I'm not saying, I know people who have gotten the ultimatum and they've had a very successful marriage. But I would say more times than not, the people that get the ultimatum generally don't have a successful marriage.
Yeah,
Good point, Sedano.
If
Good
you're
point.
giving the ultimatum, and then also you have put yourself in a position to get the ultimatum, obviously there's some type of hesitation there. So
Correct.
it's just like, yeah, if you
That's
get to
right.
that point, it's like, oh God.
That's right. But I will say this, like guys my age and Bergie, I know you're a little younger, but you've already been
Morales
married.
and I created an ultimatum. We need Cap here or not.
It's true. We saved your career.
Yes, you did.
By the way, today is Giving Tuesday. Mean Gene's birthday is Giving Tuesday. If you're able to, join us today in supporting the V Foundation for Cancer Research. You can give by going to v.org/donate right now. Why do it today? Because the V Foundation, through the support of Principal and the Principal Foundation, are launching a $1 million match challenge, which means every donation made during V Week will be matched dollar for dollar up to $1 million, doubling the impact of your donation and making victory over cancer closer than ever. Go to v.org/donate now to join the fight. Thank you on this Giving Tuesday.
Amen to that. Hey, Bergie, the thing is that when you get to our age and you've already been married once,
Right.
a lot of what I hear from guys, like a buddy of mine recently got married. And I said, hey, well, just curious, like what prompted you to get married again? And here was his answer. I didn't really care. It was really for her. I'm like, what does that mean? He's like, well, she really wanted to get married. And for me, I'm like, I don't really care. Whatever. I'll just do it, So for a goof, why not? Let's
For
just
a
do
goof?
it. You know what?
What?
For a goof.
Probably shouldn't say for a goof,
Right,
but
for a
you know.
goof. I'll marry you. I'll marry you.
Now, what about the picking the ring aspect? So
They picked the ring.
But so I don't like that.
Me neither.
I like to surprise that with. I like surprises.
So you're going to be getting a ring
No.
this holiday season?
That one, I'm with you.
Oh.
Let them do that. If you know you're going down that road, let them do that because you want to just get them what they want.
Yeah, but I don't
You
like
know what
it.
I mean?
But
I
they're
know,
the one wearing it.
I'm
You're
with
not
you.
wearing
I'm
it.
with you. But these with women, they're like, hey, this is the kind of cut I want. This is hopefully the size of the diamond. This is the metal. Whether
You just
it's
show a picture,
you know,
and that should be okay.
But Chris, you just had a
Agreed.
very interesting facial reaction when I said to you, might you be buying a ring this holiday season?
Not this holiday season.
Oh, so you've already got a plan for next holiday season.
Maybe we'll see.
Why are you? Why do people wait? If you know you're going, Bergie says he knows he's going to
If
be
you know,
getting.
you know.
Right, he's
That's what my
going to be
grandma
moving
said.
in with Mean Gene in 2 years. I don't understand what the 2 years is all about.
It's mostly her that wants to wait 2 years.
And Chrissy, why would you be waiting to buy a ring for the lovely Stephanie, who I got to spend a lot of time with last night in the ESPN 710 LA suite?
Well, you almost died.
I almost died
Okay,
first.
all the more reason
Yeah,
to want
exactly.
So
to wanna-
Stephanie is a widow.
Mhm.
So she's been married once before.
Right.
And I kind of want to be respectful of the situation. And also, I think we're not going anywhere. I mean, I hopefully I don't almost die again.
Mhm.
So we're not
Yeah.
going anywhere in our relationship. She's got a house. I've got a house. There's no need for us to move in together. Like,
Well, I could see you, Stephanie, and the Italian stallion all living together. It'd be a lovely
And
group.
Otis, don't forget about
Otis the bunny.
And Otis, right.
no, I think everything's really, really good. So, and by the way, the bet was, so for this holiday season, Dodgers season tickets, which come to find out is way out of my price range. So maybe quarter season or half season,
Yeah.
or Disneyland top premium passports,
Okay.
which are also very expensive.
Yes, I bet. I know.
And there's still a lot of rules and restrictions. It used to not be like that when you got the top passport.
Mhm.
You got every day. They still have blackouts even on the top premium passport now.
Wow. I know. I bought the Lightning Pass, like Lindsay suggested the other day when I went to Disney.
$35 per
Well,
person.
we get a discount on it too.
But it still cost me $240 for seven people.
I bet it was worth it though, wasn't it?
Can I be honest?
Yeah.
It was not worth it.
Okay.
And here's why.
Yeah, it is.
Because, but this was my experience. It was the day after Thanksgiving. I'm telling you that 90% of the rides that I wanted to ride, the Lightning Pass wasn't working. Like it was said, not eligible for this. So we did, when I finally used it.
That's because people got there way early in the morning.
Yeah.
And did it.
See, and
if
I
you're
didn't-
going later in the afternoon.
What time did you actually get there?
I walked into California Adventure at 11.
Oh, that's too late.
It is. So I didn't know.
What time did they open at 8, right, Lindsay?
Yeah.
Yeah,
think
you got to
so.
be there at 8:01.
Yeah, I didn't know. So
Meanwhile, the great Clinton Yates, CY.
The
So
big
good.
CY
Do you know
high.
what it's called, by the way, when you get there that early?
What?
Rope drop.
Yes, it is
Rope
called
drop.
the
What's
rope
it called?
Yeah.
Rope
Yeah.
dropping.
Yeah.
Oh, rope
club.
drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the lingo if you
Oh.
bang with that.
That's
That's
right.
both land and world. That is a concept across the
CY, how was your
Land
Thanksgiving?
and World.
It was good. Things were good. But there was something I actually wanted to talk to you guys on a serious tip today about Giving Tuesday.
Okay.
So we were discussing it this morning on the program, and we had Stuart Scott's two daughters
Okay.
to discuss their involvement in the foundation and everything they do. And I just wanted to say this because I was lucky enough to sit for the documentary that is coming out next Wednesday on ESPN, the 30 for 30. Stuart Scott, Booyah, the life of Stuart Scott. And I just wanted to say this while I'm here because, we goof around here a lot, and there's a lot of things that people talk about in terms of just general, how to explain this, what different people bring to the table in this business. And I think that one of the things people forget about Stu is that first of all, I never knew Stuart. And I talked about this when I sat. But for people that look like me to have seen a brother like him, it wasn't just about taglines or what he wore or what he looked like in the context of his personal presentation. But he wasn't a former pro athlete. He was a brother that just made it on skill, on determination, and on understanding what the business was. And I just want to point out to all of you out there listening or watching or whatever, if you think that you can make it in this business, you do not have to be a Keyshawn. You do not have to be somebody like that. You can actually work your way up through understanding what the relationship between media, fans, sports, the world, all of it is. And Stu embodied that in a way that, as a result of the holiday season, as a result of Thanksgiving and all that, I think about a ton these days as people like not just myself, but the Stan Verrettes of the world, the Freddie Colemans, for lack of a better term, sort of disappear from the landscape. Stu was the progenitor of a lot of that for a lot of people. And I encourage people to watch that film because it's going to show you a part of what the world was like that we live in back then that you and everybody knows was very, very different. And he helped revolutionize from a landscape standpoint.
That's really – and Giving Tuesday today, and we're talking about the V Foundation and cancer. And, like for me, this Thanksgiving, I hope you had a good one.
Yeah.
Like one of the biggest parts of our Thanksgiving, George, this year was Rachel's dad, who had he's in his 70s, but he just finished radiation and chemo treatments. And it all seemed like it happened so fast. Like he was diagnosed. And by the way, perfectly healthy looking guy, surfs, ride bikes, like still runs a business, like just looked everything normal. And then all of a sudden got this diagnosis of cancer. And then before you know it, from start to finish of the chemo and the radiation, it happened so fast, it seemed. And I never really noticed like any major physical changes, but he was dealing with changes because he couldn't swallow. He was in a lot of pain. He still to this time is not really tasting a lot of food, et cetera. And so we were literally at the dinner table toasting his health and the fact that he was here. Because you brought it up. Everybody here, everybody tuning in today has had to deal with cancer on some level. So if today is a day where, this is an important thing for you,
very,
whatever
very,
you
very
can give.
important to me. So I didn't mean to crush the vibe. I just
No,
wanted to make sure you talked about that because
See why you're part of the family.
Thank you. Because Stu specifically, though, was such an like for him to be that guy. I can't wait for this movie to come out. Like I said, it has nothing to do
when is
with
it? You say it's next week?
It's Wednesday. That's December 10th. I don't know what time of day that is. I don't know how they're doing the specific release, but it is an ESPN 30 for 30. It is directed by a brother named Andre Gaines. Andre Gaines is the same guy who did the documentary for the History Channel called After Jackie, which is about Jackie Robinson and his legacy after he got out of the big league. So Gaines is the brother that's done a ton of great work, and I was really honored to be asked to do it at all. So, yeah.
I can't wait.
You speak about brothers last night. So let me just tell you guys real quick. George, I mentioned to you that I wanted to tell you what happened to me last night as I was getting ready to start the Cappy Lappy.
Oh,
ready
I
for
see
this?
you got a mic flag for the Cappy Lappy now. Were we having problems getting people? Was it one of those? You had to let people know who you were?
Well,
I think it is proper, actually, for the best.
I think it makes more sense. It's
is.
easier to interact when you have one.
Right,
I like it. I prefer it.
Yeah, because when I had like the mic that was tagged to my shirt, of course, like nobody knows who the hell I am. But the point is that they're like, oh, there's this guy walking around with a camera behind him, and his camera is a phone. Yeah. So having the ESPN mic flag definitely gives a little bit more legitimacy, and it also lets the security people know, hey, he's aight. But last night I'm sitting there and I'm standing before we're getting ready to start the Lappy, and who comes up, George? You ready for this? I'm standing there with DeAndre, and I'm standing there with Ray on the mic, and I'm telling Ray on the mic how awesome he is, not just at crypto for Laker games, but what an incredible job he does at SoFi Stadium to keep the crowd hyped.
Extremely talented guy.
And the difference between 18,000 in crypto and 70,000 in SoFi. So I was really just giving him a lot of love. And then who walks up to me? He came up to me. Sasha. That's right. Sasha came up to me.
Vujicic.
And then here's what I said to Sasha.
Really?
I said, Sasha, you owe me a case of wine, bro. And you know what he told me? He goes, well, what's your favorite wine? And like a schmuck, I answer, I like Pinot Noir.
What?
And he
Oh
goes,
my God.
no, you moron.
You're such a dope.
He goes, you idiot. He goes, the answer is Alexander. Right.
Yeah. Right.
And he said right on the Cappy Lappy, you just lost your case of wine.
Wow.
That's funny.
So I got done with Sasha, and I got Mike Trudell came over, gave a lot of love, and then we started making our way around. We met so many Laker fans last night that were from other parts of the world. There was this one guy from Poland. It was his first time ever at a Laker game. When I tell you this brother was, this guy wasn't black, he wasn't white, he was like greenish because his entire body, Clinton, was like tatted, and there was a glow of his body that was like this greenish blue color, and he had LeBron tats and Kobe tats, and I'm telling you, there wasn't 1 ounce of space on his brother's body.
He had LeBron and Kobe tats?
I know.
Wow.
All over his body,
Bloods
man.
and Crips.
It was crazy.
Just saying,
But I will tell you, I was starstruck.
Really?
Knowing that I was in the same building, not with Yamamoto, who made a brief cameo. I was starstruck to know that I was in the same building with Eddie Murphy because I had just seen Eddie Murphy's doc on Netflix.
Yeah.
And I grew up loving Eddie Murphy.
Brilliant guy.
And all these other people, Kevin Hart and Chris Rock and all these other guys, they grew up the same way I grew up, loving and idolizing Eddie Murphy.
Eddie was a real one, too. Eddie was willing to stand up to the establishment and tell Hollywood, hey, guess what? You're Xing out too many people. This business doesn't look the way it should. He said, I mean, that was in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And he was doing that.
And what he said was, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And I only wish that last night I would have had a chance to just shake hands and hug it out with Eddie Murphy, because there's two people that I'm dying to meet that I've not met so far, Eddie Murphy and Billy Crystal. And I keep thinking I'm going to find these guys at games, and I've not met Billy, who I adore, and I've not met Eddie, who I literally idolize.
George, you know an interesting thing about Eddie Murphy? Famous teetotaler. Like, does not consume anything. Like, that's...
He does not... Say that again? I missed
Famous teetotaler, Eddie Murphy.
What do you mean,
Oh, really?
teetotaler?
Like, does not consume drugs or alcohol.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what. He's got to be in his 60s.
He looks great.
And he looks amazing. His skin is incredible. His hair, his goat. I mean, he just last night.
Oh, the goat was clean?
Eddie Murphy.
But you sound like you got close enough to him to meet him.
I didn't. I actually didn't even know he was there until I got up into the suite, and everybody's like, hey, did you know that Eddie was down there? And I'm like, to me.
I asked Trudell when was the last time Eddie was there, and he says it's definitely been a while.
Yeah. I mean, like, if you saw old school Jack Nicholson sitting there, you'd be like, yeah, well, he's a staple. That's what he's. If you see Flea, you're like Flea's at every
or
game.
Denzel at one point,
right.
yeah.
But Eddie Murphy showing up.
Denzel still has those season tickets in the corner. So.
Eddie is like royalty to me.
Okay.
And so.
Charlie, not so much? Charlie Murphy!
No, not Charlie Murphy.
Love Charlie.
Yes, he was
Man,
good too.
That guy was.
R.I.P., bro.
Yeah, he was incredible.
Anyway. George, where were we?
I can't believe you blew the wine.
Yeah.
Oh, I totally blew it. And by the way, if he would have said to me, like, hey, I'll get you that case of wine right now if you just tell me the name of my brand, I would have no idea.
You didn't remember it was Alexander with a K?
Pathetic.
No. I know, pathetic, right?
How many Cappy Lappies is that on the season?
This is my third. I did the opening night. Then I did the night of San Antonio being in town.
Okay.
And this was my third. And I will tell you this, Clinton. I did not feel it last night. I felt like Phoenix wasn't like a big draw.
Oh, kind of
I
a
didn't
flu
know
game. You had to get up off the mat.
Right. And so then Jonathan Martin, Jonathan, who works in our social department, this young brother, you talk about a great kid.
John.
This kid says to me, he goes, Cap, we got to do the Cappy Lappy. He goes, I'm all ready to go. And I'm like, I wasn't really planning on it tonight. I wasn't really feeling it. He's like, no, bro, we got to do it. So we wind up doing it. Let me tell you something about this kid. He is so talented and so smart. And we got it done. And within like 30 minutes, he had it all edited and published and out there, right? I want to give Jonathan a little bit of love right now because this upcoming Saturday night, he's performing with his brother and his band at the Viper Room.
I plan to go.
On Saturday night. It's on my calendar.
We're all going.
Linz, are we still going?
Yeah, we're all going.
Okay.
Everyone's going.
All right.
Viper Room this Saturday night.
Yes.
Okay? It's a big deal when you get on a stage like that. Viper Room Saturday night. Our man, Jonathan Martin, his brother, these guys are playing. So if you don't have plans on Saturday night, sounds like you and Lindsay have already made plans to go.
Well, no, that's not what happened. What happened is he was passing out the flyers, and he was too nervous to ask us. And we were like, yeah, we're going to go support. Are you kidding me? That's absolutely what we're going to do, as Chris would say, as a family. And so my idea, I mean, not my idea, my thought was, yeah, absolutely. If anybody else is going, I mean, I don't know if I would have gone alone, but if 2 or 3 people are going to go, I'll certainly be there.
Yeah, I'd like to go, man. All right, so here we go. Lindsay's holding it up now on the YouTube, and you guys can see it.
Yeah,
It's Jared Martin with John. So Jared's the brother. John is our guy. Call him John. And they're playing this Saturday night at the Viper Room. And if you've never been to the Viper Room, I mean, you're talking about like one of the most legendary rock and roll clubs, not just of L.A., but literally of the world, you know?
The reason I asked, by the way, about how many you've done is because, I mean, we need a month in review, a year in review. We need like a like a review of the best of.
Yeah.
Cappy
Oh, a
Lappy.
best of Cappy
You know what I'm
Lappy.
saying? That's what I was getting at from a
And,
production
and I will shout out this, George. You ready for this? Walrus in Encino. He read my mind because last night I was upstairs after the Cappy Lappy, and I was talking to some of our sales brethren. And we were saying we need to find the right brand to be associated with the Cappy Lappy.
Right.
And shout out to Walrus in Encino, one of our all-time great listeners, who said, what you guys need to do is you need a tire company to be the lead of the Cappy Lab. Because we were trying to figure out last night, we didn't come up with any brilliant ideas. I thought tire company was pretty smart.
Trying to think of what would make the
Good
most
job,
sense.
Walrus.
Yeah, we
I'm trying to
appreciate
think
you,
of what would
Walrus.
make the most sense.
Got to stop teaching school and start coming here to sell.
By the way, also out of the YouTube chat, Ruben Flores 8 says Cappy should do a Lappy in the 300s. I think so.
I was just going to read that.
That might-
I
yeah,
think,
you might
Cappy, you
have
should
to,
do a
that's
special one in the
probably
300s
a smarter
every
move
once
than
in a
getting
while.
the not smarter than getting a sponsor, but like that's the next escalation of the bit.
I want to come up there when we do that.
You
Press
want
the
to go?
flesh.
You want to go up to the top level?
Or any other level.
No, I
You know what
actually
I'm
love
saying?
this idea.
Like, the suite level would actually be hilarious too, as a little bonus, little premium feature kind of deal. But yes, the upper levels would be fantastic.
I also think
Press
you know
the
what would be
flesh
good?
with the people.
Yeah, you know what would be good, Chris? How about like before the game, while the main concourse is really filled up with people, we kind of we salmon swim this thing. We go upstream. You know what I mean? And we go against traffic and we walk the entire arena. Before.
Salmon swim.
The other thing coming out of the
Great
YouTube chat as well, a lot of people asking if Clinton Yates' sweater is itchy.
You know the answer to this. Everybody knows the answer to this. Ask your mama. That's all I gotta say.
Let me see the lineup. Let me see the lineup.
There's no way that his sweater is itchy.
No.
That's why he got a couple of shirts on underneath the sweater.
Everything is fine.
You know?
Everything is fine.
Looks warm and
Why
cozy.
would someone wear an itchy
cozy.
sweater?
Yeah,
oh,
that doesn't
come on.
even
Back
make
in the 80s when we were growing up?
I guess that's true.
I
When I
was
was
in
a
a lot of-
child and I
as
didn't
a-
have a
yeah.
choice.
Oh,
That was
really?
a different matter.
Oh, yeah. A lot
I'd
of
be like,
itchy
no.
sweaters.
No, this is itchy. I'm
Why
not
do you
wearing
think,
it. That's
why
what
do
I
you
would
think
say.
kids took their coats off
Yeah.
when they were outside? It's because they would have the coat on top of the itchy sweater.
Yep.
And if you got rid of the coat, you could at least breathe through the daggone sweater when you're running around out there playing football with your friends when you're like 9 years old, you know?
Breathe, dog.
Exactly right.
So while Clinton is here, George, I would love for Clinton to jump into a conversation you and I were having yesterday.
Uh-huh.
Would love to get your opinion on this because we haven't had a chance to talk about it yet today. The Lane Kiffin drama.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious what you think because yesterday we went from the tarmac at Oxford, Mississippi, and all the fans booing him to him getting to LSU to yesterday him putting on a suit and having a press conference. I told George yesterday, I freaking hate this guy, and here's why.
You hate him?
Hate him.
Okay.
And here's why. Because to me, it's a loyalty thing. I recruited you. I asked you to give me everything you got. We have succeeded together. But before we even have a chance to find out what our destiny might be, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
And that bothers me.
The loyalty part doesn't bother me, George, as much as the fact that people tend to forget this guy has won 0 championships
Yeah,
at the top.
that is an interesting point. The way he's chased,
You know,
he
and it's
hasn't won
like,
anything.
hey, man, you've been a part of every single large-scale program effectively in college football history to some degree. And that's why this gets weird because I'm realizing after this move, I said, oh, this has nothing to do with any school. This is about as internal as far as, what's the word I'm looking for? As far as vanity is concerned, as any coach I'd ever seen. Because you're telling me you don't think he jumped to Alabama? Because I do.
Oh, there's no doubt. In fact,
second.
There was a report yesterday.
My mentions were going crazy because LSU fans were acting like this was the end of the road. I'm like, don't fool yourself.
Oh, yeah.
He will move on.
Well, and I thought Bill Cowher this past weekend when all of this news was breaking and CBS was doing their, whatever post-game show, Bill Cowher said, he goes, I would tell every kid I'm recruiting, this is never about you and it's never about the program. It's always all about him.
Yeah.
That's Bill Cowher saying that about another coach. Pretty rare for a coach to rip a coach like that.
Yeah.
George, let me ask you something real quick. If let's just create a little scenario, and I know this wasn't going to happen, but let's just say it did. If Alabama had gotten, let's just say, blown out by 3 touchdowns in the Iron Bowl, in an ugly scene that some kid went off and whatever, and Alabama turned up and said, I want Lane tomorrow, would you have been surprised?
That's what the report was, that he was waiting to find out the result of that game.
And people are talking about, it was because of the SEC championship game. screw the SEC championship game. That had nothing to do with it. I thought Lane was waiting around to see if they were going to lose bad enough that Alabama might say, you know what, we'll take you, and he would snake both of those teams, meaning Ole Miss and LSU. I thought that was in play, George. I really did.
Yeah, well, I'll answer that, but Chris is already playing the music, so I'll.
We'll answer that in just a moment.
The timing to him in this.
It is the
situation.
Prize Picks
later.
Power Hour, the Triple P. Sedano and Cappy, tell us about our friends at Prize Picks, please.
Listen, download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y. It's very simple. If you want sports action in the state of California, that's what you do. You get your first $5 lineup, get you a $50 lineup bonus. It's very simple to play Prize Picks as well. It's more, it's less. Okay? There's a stat projection for every player imaginable and every sport imaginable. And then what you do is you go more or less on those. And you bundle a couple together, you can win cold, hard cash, Cappy.
Bergie, you said you're going to the Kings game tonight, and I asked you if you had any good Kings suggestions on Prize Picks.
Adrian Kempe.
Okay, which I've got him for half of an assist. I've got him for half of a goal. I've got him for half of a power play point.
More than half of a goal.
More than half of a goal?
Yeah.
Yeah, that means he lights the lamp once.
Yep.
Okay, right. Okay, so that I'll put that together. And then, George, with the NBA tonight, what do you think about this? What do you think about Anthony Edwards tonight, the Ant-Man, more or less than 29.5 points against New Orleans? My natural thought is he'll go off against a bad team, but on the other hand,
Is
what
it
if
at the
he's
blender?
What if he's out of the game? It's at New Orleans, yeah.
I'd say he's going to go off in New Orleans.
What do you think, George? More or less on Anthony Edwards? 29.5 points.
He's been off for a couple nights. He's been pretty hot. I would go more.
Okay, I'm going more. So here comes my play for the day. I'm going to take Anthony Edwards for more than 29.5 points. Minnesota is at New Orleans. And I've got Adrian Kempe tonight from the Kings for more than half a goal. It's a demon play.
No.
No.
Go less.
Why? Tell me.
Because he's been hot and because New Orleans is a fun city.
Oh, that's an L you take to the town.
And he's
not
had
the
days
team.
off in New Orleans. Take less.
Anthony Edwards, less than 29.5 points. Adrian Kempe, more than half of a goal. It's a demon play. It's a $20 power play to win $90. I'm submitting my lineup right now. Make sure you are following me on Prize Picks, and I will follow you right back because we are all going to win together, George, on Prize Picks.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
Thank you. 9:33. We will have the Prize Picks pick of the day coming up in just a few moments. Dave McMiniman is on the line. He'll join us in a second. But first, Sedano, why don't you pay off that little answer there?
Yeah. To answer Clinton's question, here's what I'll say. Lane Kiffin, everyone knows the history, right? Raiders, disaster, tarmac, USC.
Overhead projectors. Yeah.
Tennessee 1 year.
Yeah.
Tennessee 1 year in between there,
Riots,
correct.
literally.
And then Nick Saban, rehab school for wayward coaches. But even Nick eventually got tired of his, quote, childish behavior, according to reports, and cast him off, resuscitates its careers at FAU, and then ends up at Ole Miss. There are a couple things at play here. I will give him a lot of credit for a number of things. He clearly was a mess, personally. And, I appreciate him, the sobriety part of his life. There's no doubt about that. I appreciate even just kind of looking at his own body as a temple, right? The yoga, the discipline of just trying to change his personal life. However, he's still always going to be Monty Kiffin's brat kid. And I think that will never change. And that's kind of who he always will be, right? And I think that this is just another example of that. And really the biggest and best example of that is the hubris that he had when he's like telling Ole Miss, no, I'm still going to coach you guys in the playoffs. And Ole Miss being like, are you out of your freaking mind?
The arrogance.
It's you're literally you're divorcing us to go marry the neighbor. Like, are you serious? Like, we're not staying together for the kids for Christmas. Like, go to hell. And you're not basically taking our team for a month and, explaining to them why they should go with you to LSU. So, yeah, I just think that he is who he is at the core, albeit he's changed a lot and grown up plenty. It's still a brat at heart,
there is no doubt.
I'd love to get after it with Lane Kiffin just one time. Man.
Oh, yeah.
One time. I just need one night out on the town with Lane Kiffin. That would be so
Let me tell you something. Always the victim. Always the victim. Oh, my dad died, and I had to go to Coach Carroll for his advice, and he reminded me my dad would say go for it. So feel sorry for me because my dad died, but Coach Carroll reminded me what my dad might say. I'm always the victim. Dude, you left your team. You jumped the ship before the ship had a chance to go down. I got no respect for that guy. I think 4 years, he'll be just like Brian Kelly. No championships.
Well,
and LSU will get
say
tired
this.
of him and fire him.
He is right about this. You have a much higher floor and a higher ceiling at LSU. Brian Kelly aside, I just think that was a poor fit.
I agree with you. I heard your sigh.
I think the floor is higher, but the ceiling is not. As evidence,
no.
literally
I wonder
by this.
how high does Dave McMenamin think
I
the
think
ceiling
evidence
is?
literally by this
Listen,
daggone season.
Ed Orgeron and Les Miles won a championship at LSU, man.
In a slightly different world of college football.
Yeah, slightly, I agree. However, it is proven you can win a championship there.
That is true. And in Oxford, Mississippi, it hasn't happened, and it's been forever. And you would go from Archie Manning all the way to Eli Manning, and that's your history of football. And there's been a lot of really bad years before Lane Kiffin got there.
You think Dave McMenamin wants to
All right,
hear the
I'm
clock whack?
It's good to talk to you, Dave, but I'm leaving now.
Much love, Clinton.
See ya.
Appreciate you, man.
Dave, you always have. I feel like you always have opinions on things outside of basketball. Do you have an opinion on Lane Kiffin? I'd be curious.
Actually, yeah, I'm glad. I want to stay on the subject now. You guys are kind of got it percolating. I'm just curious, where is LSU's role in all of this? Like, why is it okay for them to go after a coach with a job in the middle of college football season as it's ramping up towards the playoffs, right? Like, why can't there just be a code of conduct where this doesn't occur until after the season's over, and then we remove the situation where we're casting aspersions on someone like Lane Kiffin, where, unless we're assuming that Lane Kiffin through back channels was the one pursuing this job and it wasn't the other way around.
Yeah, Dave, you bring up a great point. And a lot of people want to blame, quote unquote, the calendar. Like, why is this even allowed? And when you're leaving one school in a conference to go to another school in a conference, that just doesn't seem kosher to me. George and I had this conversation yesterday. If you're leaving Tulane to go to Florida, that's a massive jump up. And your school, Tulane, goes, hey, we appreciate your contribution. Stick around and finish this thing off. And then go to Florida. We understand the promotion. We understand the money. If you're going from James Madison to UCLA, same thing for James Madison. We get it. It's more money. It's a bigger conference. It's a better opportunity. But stick around and finish this thing off. If you're going to go from Ole Miss and stay in the conference at LSU, we don't want you around, and you have really screwed over. This is the way I see it. You've killed this team and these kids. I only hope that they make it to the playoff and they rise up and go win the national championship in spite of Lane Kiffin.
Like, the only scenario I can relate it to college basketball-wise was Roy Williams was the coach at Kansas. He goes, plays Syracuse, my alma mater, in the championship game in 2003. Meanwhile, Roy Williams was stamped as, like, the biggest Carolina guy ever. He went there. He was a longtime member of Dean Smith's staff. Their program was looking for a coach. He coached Kansas all the way through the championship. And the post-game question from Bonnie Bernstein that got her a lot of heat was, are you going to consider that Carolina job? And that was kind of in the ether throughout the entire tournament run, but I don't think it hurt his Jayhawks team. What hurt his Jayhawks team was Carmelo Anthony, quite frankly. But then, he closed the door on that and went on to the next job. I just don't. Why couldn't that have happened in this scenario? Why did it need to occur now? I don't comprehend it.
Yeah, and remember his answer.
What am I missing here?
Remember his answer to Bonnie Bernstein. I know there's somebody in your ear telling you have to ask that question, but it's like the wrong time and it's rude. And it's like, no, it's the right question at the right time.
It was the right question.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It was the right question.
And Dave, Cappy made the point about the calendar. I mean, the coaches create the calendar in college football. Like, over several years have created this situation. So I guess the answer to this is something I always like to say, is that two things can be true. I do think Lane back-channeled this in a lot of ways. Mm-hmm. And I think LSU was certainly culpable in this regard too, because the SEC used to have, they were actually the only conference years ago at the beginning of the portal era to have a gentleman's agreement that they, no portal to portal from SEC to SEC, and they wouldn't poach each other. And that's even gone out the window. So it's just the way it goes now as this sport continues to be bigger and bigger business for everyone.
Yeah. I mean, and also I just feel like I'm going to sound like such a boomer here,
I get it.
What are we to believe that's out there that's floating around on the internet right now with Lane Kiffin?
Oh, yeah.
Is it all memes? Is it real?
I don't know,
even
man.
go further. Yeah, fair enough.
I don't know, man. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. Yeah, I hear you.
Yep.
Hey, Dave, before we talk about the game last night, I do want to just ask you, I've seen you pregame walk up to the likes of a Larry David, for example, and I'm a huge Larry David fan, but I'm a monster Eddie Murphy fan. I was blown away that he was in the building last night. Did you? Because I did not. Did you get a chance to see or say hello to Eddie? Hello, Eddie.
He's one of the biggest stars there is. Now, I actually didn't even realize he was in the building until they put him on the Jumbotron, so there wasn't really a chance for an interaction. But I did comment to Dan Wojcicki of The Athletic when we were on press row, and they showed him, like, that's big time.
Yep.
Like, you kind of get numb to some of the celebrities that show up because there's variety that are there just about any given night. But, yeah, Eddie's the top of the list. I need to watch his documentary that recently came out.
Incredible. And what I was telling George was, I don't know why I didn't think of it, but like guys like Kevin Hart and guys like Chris Rock, they shared the same experience that I grew up with. I mean, I idolized Eddie Murphy. You know, from the SNL days, I had every cassette tape. I would listen to every freaking cassette. I memorized them all. Told George, when I was in college, I went to a movie theater. I recorded on an old school tape recorder machine the entire series, the entire stand-up of not Raw, but Delirious. And then I slept at night with Delirious by my head trying to memorize it while I was sleeping.
Wow.
Like, I freaking idolized Eddie Murphy, and I was starstruck that I was even in the same building with him last night.
Yeah, we owned the best of Eddie Murphy SNL VHS tape when I was growing up, and we wore that thing out. And, him as Gumby and him, Stevie Wonder, Buckwheat, Buckwheat Sings, doing like the song compilation, trying to sell the album commercial.
Right.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
How about James Brown's Celebrity Hot Tub? Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. I mean, I could just go on and on.
You know it all. Yep.
I'm Gumby, damn it. I want a Maury Amsterdam sandwich, damn it.
Yeah, he doesn't get to the building that often. I was asking Trudell about that earlier, Dave. It's just not something that you see that often. Like, he's just not there as much as some of these other guys.
Does he live in L.A.? I don't think so. I mean, he must have a place, but I mean, I think his mansion, the mansion that they show during the series, I think is in New Jersey.
I believe it is New Jersey. Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah. All right. Well, we've got our Eddie Murphy stuff. We've got our Lane Kiffin stuff. Georgie?
Now let's talk about the guy. We've talked about Eddie Murphy, who's played a hero in many movies, and obviously the main attraction and the funny man. The guy who played the villain yesterday was Dylan Brooks, who enjoys that particular role on an NBA court. And man, did he let them have it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he was so good. And, kind of my main gig for ESPN is obviously tracking the Lakers, but our editors kind of have us track other teams, kind of the surrogate parent, I guess you should say. And so the Suns are one of the teams that I'm responsible for paying attention to. And so I have been kind of watching them on Lakers off nights and paying attention to the box scores. Dylan Brooks is having a career year. Mm-hmm. And you think about that trade, and it was seemingly lopsided to some degree because you get Kevin Durant, a surefire Hall of Famer, going to the Rockets, and a Rockets team that already won a bunch of games last year. And people kind of left the Suns for dead. And they have had a really impressive start this season. Former Lakers assistant coach Jordan Knott at the helm there, a really sharp guy. I got to know him well when he was with the Lakers staff. And Brooks wanted all the smoke last night, and quite frankly, not a single Laker, maybe outside Dalton Connect, showed up ready to punch the clock and go to work. You look. I was talking about it last night. You look at the box score. You just look what your eyes told you. Not a single player on the Lakers really did what they're supposed to do. Maybe outside of Dalton Connect.
Why do you think that was?
Luka had a great first quarter, but after that, it felt like it just was they were going through the motions.
Yeah, why?
Whereas a team like Phoenix, and you watch them, they play hard every night, and that's kind of the thing that they do. So you can't play against a team like that in the regular season and just be like, oh, we're going to sleepwalk through this one. We're more talented than them. No, they're going to punch in the face, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it was the third game in 4 nights coming off the holiday, and that is tiring for folks. That's not an excuse. That's just the reality. However, Again, I do give credit. Luka had 20 points in the first quarter. Third time in the last 4 games he had 20 points in the first quarter, that's a wild stat. I'll just throw that out there. Like, I think he is making us numb to that. Like, that's pretty fantastic. He followed that up, though, with 4 turnovers in the second quarter.
Yeah.
And the game was blown wide open. So this is a crazy stat we got from Matt Williams, who does a great job for ESPN with all the stats and information. All of Luka's 9 turnovers were live ball steals by the Suns. The Suns outscored the Lakers 28-2 in fast break points. So there's the game. And, like, you could say LeBron looked dull, and you could say that the Lakers didn't have enough bench scoring, whatever. Really, it was Luka's turnovers. And, hey, I'm going to write it off as an anomaly. However, my radar's up a little bit because this is kind of the first good team the Lakers have played in a little bit. Last time they played a good team was the Thunder, who beat their doors off. And now they play 4 straight good teams in consecutive order after last night. And let's see if they still look like the team surging to the top of the Western Conference Western Conference standings, or they, kind of come down to earth a little bit.
Yeah, and I think the as far as Luka goes, I mean, the scoring is amazing. The turnovers, everybody who was there last night or everybody who was watching, everybody could see for themselves how bad it was. But I guess when I look at the Phoenix side of things, I think to myself, they didn't have their full roster. Booker played 10 minutes and then sat on the bench in street clothes. And so to me,
Jalen Green hasn't been playing for them either.
Right. So to me, the worst part of last night was a perceived lack of effort, number one, turnovers, poor defense, and here's Phoenix killing you on your home floor, and they don't even have their best player.
Yeah, it was a bad loss. Like, absolutely. There's no way to sugarcoat it and make it look better. I do think that there can be informative losses, and if you remove the part of the fatigue, and listen, you're around the team enough, you start to talk to people in the locker room, like, you could tell that everybody was dragging a little bit going into last night's game. Not an excuse, but that certainly was a factor. But if you remove that part, and you're like, okay, what do we got to work on? Like, the Lakers had been playing so well offensively that they're like, we'll figure it out defensively. Well, guess what? There's going to be nights when, if you don't perform offensively like they did last night, 108 points, and obviously all the turnovers, you're not even giving yourself a chance defensively. And so I found it be pretty interesting. I asked J.J. Redick after the game because I had asked Luka about the turnovers. I said, do you think your decision-making, or do you think it was a scheme that Phoenix was using against you that kind of forced you into the turnovers? And he said it was a little confusing for him. And so I said, hey, JJ, Luka used the word confusing. What'd you see out there? And he credited, of all people, Mark Williams for being a big body in the middle.
Yeah.
And Phoenix's guards kind of funneling Luka in there. And then Williams was a stopgap, and it created kind of an obstacle that led to many of the turnovers. Hey, guess what? The Lakers could have had Mark Williams on their team last year.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah. Say that out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe it would have helped in a first-round series where Rudy Gobert had 20 and 20 in the closeout game in the first round. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, defensively, it wasn't good. And DeAndre Ayton's had a very good start to the season. He was kind of a non-factor. Now, I will say this, though. Your defense isn't going to look good if constantly – you're playing 4-on-3, 3-on-2, 2-on-1 basketball,
on
which
the back
they were
end,
because of the turnovers.
Yep.
Hey, Dave, excuse me, George, real quick. I'm just curious. We're talking a lot about Luka turnovers. We're talking about Dylan Brooks on the other side, the night he had. LeBron, very quiet night. And then, of course, everybody's talking about the double-digit scoring, and he hits that 3. And, George, you brought up that he got to the free throw line as well. So he ultimately got to the double-digit scoring like anybody really cares. But what do you make of what's going on? Like, I thought LeBron, coming off a little bit of rest, he hadn't played the night before. I thought LeBron would have a big night last night. Couldn't have been more wrong. What do you make of what's going on with LeBron here in the early days of him coming back?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, he hasn't looked very good. He's played 5 games. I would say one of them was – I'd say the first game, I think he played very well. He only took 7 shots, but he was zipping the ball around. And then he had a I think his third game, he also looked pretty good. But the other two, not so great. He, to me, was like acquiescing to Luka and Austin. And I've seen that before early on when I covered him with his second stint with the Cavs, where it was like he's acquiescing to Kyrie and Deion Waiters and like, hey, if you want to play this way, you'll see what happens, and like kind of learn your lesson that, we should play together more. I don't think it was necessarily that. I think his role with this team is a lot of times he's not going to touch the ball until the secondary action is reached in the offensive possession. And so you'll see him fill the lane on either wing and space and wait to get a catch and shoot. And quite frankly, there was a lot of possessions where the ball never got to him because the 5 turnovers for Austin Reeves and 9 turnovers for Luka Doncic, or 1-on-3 possessions from guys like Gabe Vincent or Jake LaRavia. Again, I don't think that's typically what you see out of the Lakers, but that's what happened last night. And I asked LeBron after the game, like, when it's kind of going the wrong direction, do you still have a gut instinct to like, maybe I need to get on the ball more here and see what I can do to take over? And he said, listen, it's been going really well for us. We're going to stick with what's working. It didn't work tonight, but basically he didn't seem too alarmed to like, I need to kind of change what's going on. So I don't think it was like what I saw in the early days with the Cavs, where he's like, all right, you guys, I'll let you take the ball and you make a mess, and then we'll all have to clean it up together. I think it was more like this one, just like it just wasn't there. It was a little bit of the Phil Jackson scheduled loss type of scenario.
Yeah, I mean, look, when you think back to that, he was 29, right, when he came back to Cleveland. Yep. I also think that plays a role in it. He was in the midst of his prime. There's no question about that. And, Kyrie and Deion Waiters hadn't won anything. So I think that was definitely a different scenario. I specifically remember a game, and you probably were there back that year. It was a game in Portland where Kyrie only had like 1 assist, I want to say, or maybe even no assist in that game. And that
I think it was 1.
Yeah, and it was like that was a turning point moment for that particular team. I feel like that was kind of one of those moments you were referring to. But in regards to their play, look, I just think Phoenix played better, right? And to your point, like the Lakers are not good enough against a good team, and I would say Phoenix is a pretty good team, right? To sleepwalk through a game because they're not, right? It's what I referred to earlier. You mentioned Mark Williams and doing a good job defensively. I also feel like because he did a good job defensively, you saw guys like Jordan Goodwin and Jamari Bouye be able to get to Luka and cause those live ball turnovers, right? So if you're the Lakers and even Luka, right, there needs to be a bit of an adjustment. Like there's going to be an opportunity for guys to move off the ball more. And I feel like sometimes, and particularly last night, at least when I was watching, right, like I felt like guys are just kind of standing around, and that's not what's going to help you against a team that's active defensively like Phoenix is.
Yeah, absolutely. And like, listen, like JJ talked about this earlier in the week about the Lakers in terms of analytics don't rank very high in total passes per possession. Yeah. And he was like, listen, we're not going to be ranking all that high. Our offense is predicated on 3 guys, and those 3 guys will have the ball in their hands the majority of the time, and we're going to trust them to make the plays for themselves, get to the free throw line, find guys cutting, etc. Well, with those 3 guys don't have a lot of pop, and to varying degrees, none of them did. And when they're not getting to the free throw line, and I don't think they took combined they had 10 free throws between them. I think they averaged about 25 free throws between them thus far this season. And then we don't have also guys making plays in the league. Rui Hachimura only had 1 shot last night.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
And a lot of Rui's offense comes from him making reads, making cuts, playing with activity. So it was a confluence of bad basketball. And guess what? The team that they're playing in Toronto a couple of days from now has very much the same profile that the Suns team does.
Yeah.
Young players, hungry. They're higher in the standings than anybody expected, and they're going to be wanting to stamp their early season success against a team with a high profile like the Lakers.
And Boston, by the way, also a team that, most people wrote off, but is playing much better lately. And Philly has been very scrappy, as Tyrese Maxey is evolved into the main guy and everyone else is filling around him. So, yeah, very active teams coming up on the schedule on the road.
Is this the Alf theme?
It is the Alf theme.
Yeah, it is the Alf theme. It's our wrap up. It's our wrap up music for the show because we're closing shop here soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's excellent. This is what I love about you, McMahon. You are the most observant,
very observant, good ears,
guest we have. Like you hear the details, which I definitely appreciate.
Yeah, really good, nice work. And by the way, it looked like you had a great Thanksgiving on all the social media posts. So
it was a great one. Yeah.
What do you mean? What am I doing?
Quick Alf factoid, guys.
Okay.
The creator wanted to make it seem like he was a real thing, so he would never allow people on set to be shown doing the puppeteering. So it made it really difficult for the people who worked on set because it was a live studio audience.
Right.
So the guy would have to be inside of a couch controlling the Alf because he didn't want to ruin the kind of the veneer, I guess, of this fake reality for the studio audience. So you have people suffocating inside of a freaking couch trying to control the Alf just so the creator could try to pretend like this was a real alien.
Hey, Willie!
I'm going to suffocate Cap today.
9:57. You know what? Chris just blamed me for Dave talking about Alf like it was my class.
No, wait, not at all.
No,
I
it
thought
wasn't.
That was great.
Dave's part was fine. Your part is not fine.
What was my part?
Dude, we don't have time.
Oh,
Dave
really?
McMenamin, the great Dave McMenamin.
No,
Have a great day.
I'll tell Dave real quick. Cappy ruined the show because he doesn't understand technology in his computer.
Or
and Chris
timing.
led us down a road.
Chris ruined it because Chris brought it up.
Yeah, that's true.
We're now playing it for the third time.
Yeah, here you go. Dave, thank you as always, brother. Appreciate you.
Thanks, Dave. I'm with you, Dave.
Time for the prize picks. Prize pick of the day. Cappy, quickly, please.
I'm thinking.
Well, you didn't know we were going to do the prize pick of the day?
I know. Here's my prize pick of the day. It goes like this. We made it together earlier. Anthony Edwards, less than 29.5 points.
Yeah, there you go.
Adrian Kempe, more than half a goal for the Kings tonight. $20 to win $90 on prize picks.
Okay, thank you, Cappy.
Thank you.
It is time for the Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by Sellers Advantage. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Sellers Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make selling easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 01961658, Cappy.
I'll make this real quick. So on the night of Thanksgiving, I was doing the dishes, and I sliced my right thumb real bad. Thing's been bleeding for days. I can't use my right thumb because it's under a bandage.
But just use your left.
Well, I am. I'm using my left thumb, but my right index finger. You know, I mean, the damage that has been done to my speed of texting because my right thumb is currently on the injured list it's changed my entire texting. So if I text you and there's misspellings everywhere, just know that my right thumb is currently on injured reserve.
Why don't you switch the voice on your phone so you can just tell it?
Why do you think? Because I can't figure out how to do it.
Text Chris.
That's
what time
why.
are we?
That's why.
God, you're a scumbag.
Why, you screwed me over so bad last night,
How?
Morales.
Oh, because I didn't stay?
Yeah, because you went home. How dare you go home?
I went home and I had a lovely time going to sleep at 7:45 p.m. It was beautiful.
How dare you go home?
All right, that cleans it up for our Live Imaging Tuesday presented by Providence. Providence, caring with compassion in Southern California. Mongrels, have a beautiful day. We'll see you tomorrow for a Wacky Wednesday. Hey! 7 a.m. We didn't do Wacky Tuesday, so tomorrow we're going to make it double wacky. We'll do double wacky tomorrow on a Wacky Wednesday. Have a beautiful day, everybody. Be good.
Hi, this is Dr. Sarudi.
It's too wet. What happened?
Stuna.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Hey, everybody.
Can't get enough of the Rich Eisen Show? You're in luck. You can find us everywhere. Watch us weekdays on